Nice.
Hey everyone! Look, it's D&D again. It's been a little while, like a month. Yeah, I think it's been like a month.
It's been a long time.
So what happened? Well, what's going on? What happened a long time ago was that there was this thing called the Vanishing that basically wipes out all your recollection of who you are, and eventually you go mad and you start killing your friends and your cows, and then you die, a raving lunatic. And whoever started this whole thing wants it to happen for everyone in the world, so that's nice. And we've been trying to make sure that doesn't happen. And so we've had a lot of party members at this point. People have come and gone. We've said goodbye to some friends. Some are still out there in the world somewhere. We've gone hopping to all sorts of different planes. We're currently in the Abyss because we brought some artifacts into this demon's realm. Because sometimes you just do that, I guess. I don't know. We were kind of maybe tricked a little bit by this Rakshasa who's hanging out with us. And thought that maybe we'd give some artifacts to a demon, but then the demons tried to take them, and we said, yeah, we actually would really like to keep those, we think. So we've been fighting our way through this this demon's realm, and the last time we were with you all, we killed a Maladius. And there was some collateral damage. It was a complex situation, let's say. And, there were some people who were not really on our side, but were kind of temporarily on our side. The enemy of my enemy kind of thing. They died too, for the most part. But we managed to not lose the artifacts. Thanks to some well-timed divine intervention on...
We didn't lose the staff. We do not have the diamond.
Oh, wait, well... I guess we don't have... Yeah, we don't have the diamond. That was already lost. The one we were really trying not to lose currently, the staff, we didn't lose. Some clerics showed up. This guy, Zahariel, who's like a lion man. And then this other dude who's definitely pretty much a good guy, who does a lot of healing. Showed up and I think bolstered the spirits of the party a little bit. And definitely their temporary hit points a little bit, and kept the fight going, and then Morazel, I don't know, beseeched his deity to intervene, and the Maladius was about to escape with the staff, which it had taken, and just couldn't leave, and so then we embarrassed it and killed it.
In that order.
Yep.
Yep.
And so right now, kind of where we left off, we have the staff. The Rakshasa is still around. Everyone else is gone except for our new army, which is on the way to meet us in our palace chambers here in our new realm. So yeah, we're about to meet all our employees. Our first big kind of like meet and greet for since we took over management of this realm. So yeah, we'll probably do like some trainings, some icebreaker, getting to know you stuff, a lunch,
pizza,
and yep, I expect things to go really well.
Maybe a long rest, sleepover.
Yeah, we'll talk about our expectations as far as ruling the realm goes. So I think we've got a lot of positive things in the works here. And we'll probably have to go, do some other stuff elsewhere. But we'll make sure that, the employees know that we're always there for them, even if we don't happen to be in the realm all the time. Because, work-life balance is important. So, yeah, we'll be sharing their new, very generous vacation package as part of the whole thing.
It's what happens when we don't get to play Clank option.
Yep. We may have missed the Clank. But yeah, that's basically what's going on. We're still in the top, in the top of the ziggurat, and there's a bunch of UNT running up the stairs. to meet us, and we're gonna see what happens.
Also, in Josh's recap there, he was talking about vacation options and things like that, and I have no idea what he's talking about. But anyway, yeah,
For all our employees.
Right.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, vacation options, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So here we are. Well, no, there I am. Y'all should probably come join me.
Yep.
Here we go. Here we are.
Here we are.
There we go.
In the boardroom.
Here we are. And so I took this time to draw a little diagram over here to the right side, which I think you can all see.
Yeah.
I think what I did is I just said to heck with the whole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So it's that's what our yield.
What is this
ziggurat.
fellow down at the south end here?
Well,
Looks like an ice golem.
Can we talk about things one at a time here? Let's not
Like a
get
crystal golem.
Can we start with the thing at the south end there?
I'm more of a central kind of guy, and then we branch off from there. Yeah. So we're the current Donnybrook has been occurring in level 4 of this ziggurat, as has been said. There's a layer above it, which you have no idea what's up there. And then each successive layer is below, and there's like these other Malazans and brood guards. Well, the Malazans specifically, and the abomination that you can see there, are appearing from like left and right of the steps. They're essentially these doors that are built into the sides of the ziggurat, and so they're opening. When you came up the stairs, you probably noticed some of them, but you didn't really like. I mean, you knew they were there, but I mean, it's a ziggurat, so it's like, yeah, this is a big old temple. So, sure, there's ways for people to get in and out of here, and so sure enough, those are the doors that have opened up, and so these Malazans have come out. And then on the bottom layer, there was some brood guards that are appearing at the bottom of the stairs, and of course, again, as it says here, each square is 15 feet over here, so this is they're a ways away, but not so far away, and they are clearly intending to move up the stairs to all the shenanigans that are happening on this 4th level. And yeah, so then at the bottom of the what you would say the south end, there is a slightly larger figure here that is appearing, or has I guess appeared, and it
can't get up the stairs. Perfect.
Definitely.
Oh,
it crushes them in the walls.
I believe it says monsters are not that big. Yeah. So
it
stairs
depends on
are
what you consider a monster.
Fair. Other creatures. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. But it so from a distance, it almost looks like a large mummy. And I mean, you can see it, but you can't really see up close like what it's about. But that's kind of what it appears, is like a large mummy that's come out on this base layer here, and is seemingly about to make its way up the stairs that it can clearly fit on, because these are nice large stairs.
Okay.
Read the map, Josh. That's what it says.
I can't see that part of it, so.
Can't see that part of it?
No, your square's over it conveniently.
My square's over it?
Yeah,
my square?
I put your square there.
Oh.
So I'm ignoring that part of the map.
Oh, well.
So can you remind me, right at the end?
Yeah.
Did we stop like right as something
the-
happened, like as
Yeah, so the Melodious fell, and then Raloon had retrieved the staff.
No, he didn't
No.
retrieve the stuff. It fell.
It was
Yeah,
on
Sorry,
the
it fell
ground.
the room.
Yeah, it was. We were.
The
It's on the
staff-
floor somewhere.
It was on the floor.
It's on the muck that is.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
you said
okay.
it fell right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so now I understand. Chandler asked me a question. Now I understand the question.
And it was
So ignore what I just said, Chandler. I got it now.
I figured. Okay.
Okay. And like the last thing that Raloon had said was, "Thank you. I'm further indebted to you. Or I'm forever, not further. I'm forever indebted to you." Is what he said. And then yeah, so that is the thing that had happened. This other demonic figure had appeared from this like well, pretty much on the round, like right before all this had happened. So just showed up. These green things extending from the wells are like tentacles that are just like slapped on the ground. There's a whole bunch of auras going on that I don't know. It's a bunch of circles on my
Yep.
map.
Yep.
And then the Malazans are the two Malazans that are there are, I mean, they were targeting your other enemies, but now it seems like they're also going to be targeting you.
see.
I think that's the extent of it. Does that cover all the
Yeah,
cover all
and
the bases?
we were either. I also remember that it was about to either be
It's my
Zahariel's
turn.
turn.
It's my
Yeah,
turn.
I knew
It
it was
is-
either you
it
or
is-
16.
Yeah,
That's-
it's 17. It
I knew
is
we were, like,
Zahariel's
right
turn.
there somewhere.
Right.
Yep,
Yep.
We're in
Because
the middle
Wigbit
of
had
this.
just gone.
it is in fact Zahariel's turn.
Okay.
Actually, let me roll one thing real quick.
It's not necessary. I'm
No,
sure.
no. I just hadn't rolled.
Just
an
getting it
initiative.
warmed up.
There we go.
Good.
See, a
Love
good
it.
start to the
Mhm.
night.
Westry, mummy thing. Oh, good.
Oh, I liked it better with a 0, with a -2 to initiative.
I mean, it's all of 2. It's not like it's a lot.
More than a
All right.
-2 to initiative. How often do you get to have a 0
Yeah.
initiative?
Plus 0 is more than.
I mean, plus 0 isn't great.
No.
In fact, I also have regards as well that I have to roll for. Running up. Oh, look. This
Everyone's ready.
might need to be just a nice little, we just talk about tonight's game and not roll any dice type thing.
That's all we were gonna do anyway.
Yeah.
Is that what we were planning tonight?
Yeah, we were gonna chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy night? Okay.
It's our strength.
All right. So, Zahariel, it is in fact your turn.
Okay. I'm going to slide by over to where the Maladius fell, and on the way, stowing my mace back behind, still having my shield out, and I'm going to reach down and grab the staff and pick it up and turn and call out as my shield flashes with a green bit of energy, calling out to everyone, "Shall we finish the fight?" And I cast Mass Healing Word, 3rd level.
And if you didn't have 18 temporary hit points, you do now.
That'll be great. That'll be 6 to everybody. So to everybody that
get-
needs 6
Do you get a plus
hit points.
from your magic item that you're holding?
Yeah, it's a healing.
I feel
Right?
like you have to.
I just picked it up. I don't know what
I
it does.
think we have to attune to that. I think we determined that.
Yeah.
I think it's
Not the
innate
plus
power.
3 part.
So yeah, so it's the
Isn't it
it's
just
the
a plus
6.
3 implement otherwise?
Oh, we'll figure out what it is.
Okay.
So it goes to the 6 people that need healing the most.
Oh.
Well,
it
I
looks
got
like-
one.
Are there even 6 of us? Wait, how many of us are there?
We said people.
Yeah.
Ah.
People.
So it's Wigbit.
Of the material
I
plane.
think Wigbit, Grem, definitely the Farron. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Morzio. You're fine.
I mean, mostly fine. Yeah.
Mostly fine. Okay, then I will. Then yeah, so it'll be to those 6. So those are all the other teammates here, right?
Yep.
Yep.
We're
There we
getting
go.
Oma.
Yeah, so it's 60. It's 60-foot range. So
Okay.
it's Oma, Wigbit, Grem, Ephelis, Baron, and you.
Cool.
I will take those 18 temporary hit points. That is my turn.
All right. So the Malazans and Morzel, M&M party here.
Yep.
All right. I'll start with the guys. The Malazans
Yeah.
inside first. Do you want me to
Sure.
action
Go
first?
ahead. Do some. I'm kind of.
I'm
What are these
just
Malazans
gonna
up to?
shoot.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna shoot. I forgot how they do that. Oh, that's how they do that. All right. Well, Oma ran over here, so we're gonna shoot her.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, here we go. $16.
Oh, I gotta open here. Don't
I think,
I don't think that.
I think that's a miss,
I
actually.
think so too. Yep.
Didn't you wear a plate?
Yeah, it's wearing plate. Half plate.
Yep.
But still a miss.
Enough plate.
My die shows 7, but my die roller says I rolled a 17.
Yep. We've been going with die rollers.
Yep.
All right.
That's weird. Well, that one hits.
20,
If that's said Oma.
21 it is then. That is the Oma. Not even gonna get through her whole 5
Oh, jeez.
5 piercing damage. Go ahead and take off all that
Way down here.
weight on there.
13.
Yeah. Hmm. Well. The other one will. The other one will. You know what? Gang tactics here. We'll move up to Oma
Mhm.
and students. We're gonna whip our tail around. No, we're not. I mean, we did, but
Yeah.
it's not
You sure did whip that
something
tail
you're
around.
really excited by. Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't really impressive. Yeah, and then we're gonna. Yeah. So trying to constrict Oma, but she's not impressed by that. She's maxed the tail away. And then figure out how far these fellows out here are moving. They move 30 feet. So there. And these we'll get to. I'm gonna move these over here because these actually were the ones that had been like down the steps. Oh, they're already on there. I'm sorry. I had forethought. Friday night's pretty impressive.
Yep.
So they got up to the entrance with their normal movement. And they're gonna shoot this dude in the middle here. That's seems to be causing all these problems. So
Who?
you
What? I'm not.
causing all these
I'm
problems.
not doing anything.
You're in the middle. You must be.
You're in the
No.
middle. That's right.
I'm not even like holding a weapon. Like I'm just chilling. I'm just standing
You
here
have
in
all
the
these
middle.
spiritual guardians floating around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both of those attacks were 17.
Okay. Those both miss.
Other two, because that was 2 arrow shots. Oops. Will be less than that. But I rolled the same number twice on both dice. That's
Your
pretty
fault
cool.
for rolling
Impressive.
against Josh.
You pick on the guy who's
The
not
arrows
doing
whizzed by
anything.
your head.
That's what happens.
Well, maybe they weren't aiming for you. Maybe they were somebody else and they just missed.
Yeah. I mean, whoever they were aiming at, they missed.
Super.
They missed.
Yeah.
And then from the other side, these others come up. I'm moving over. They're not actually there, but they've expended their move to get to there. They've essentially double moved up the stairs to get to there.
Okay.
And then the other Malazans have already moved up, so that's Malazan turn. So it is the Farron.
Wait, I didn't go.
I mean,
Yes, you did.
I was waiting to see what all the mellow sounds
felt like
did.
you went. Felt like you went. All right,
What?
there you go. Your
Didn't
turn.
expect all our new employees to be so openly hostile on day one. Well, I guess we'll have to have our chat later. And this thing like crawled out of the well?
It more appeared out of the well.
Appeared
than
out of
it
the well.
crawled.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like any of this stuff really. Not at all. Let's see. Can't do that. This. That's pretty. Can't do that either. That's also. Look at all these concentration spells. It's too bad I'm already concentrating.
Oh, it's a shame.
It is. That's not gonna. What even do I do? I'm a cleric. I guess, and this thing's like, we haven't even seen this big thing before now.
You have not, no.
Okay. So let's just do. This seems good. We'll just do this. At that thing. So, a dexterity save, please.
At my Worcester friend here.
Yeah.
Dex save. Hang on. I got those. And no dexterous. Not very.
Hopefully not very. That's what I was counting on.
I do get 2 dice. But
Okay.
not very is the end. Yeah.
Alright. Then you take 17 radiant damage as a divine flame erupts around, or something like that happens. Yeah, flame like radiance.
Yeah.
Definitely divine.
I don't like radiant.
Divine power. That's how
Okay.
that works.
Does divine imply good?
Depends on who you ask.
Means godly.
Oh, so Char is good then. Cool.
Yeah.
Just a story of good guys fighting good guys.
Well, and we got this thing over here. So 5, 10, 15. This dagger goes shooting over here and attacks this Malison. Well, here's a question. So, do daggers get combat advantage? Is the dagger flanking?
Yeah, I forget what we decided.
I
on
don't know
that.
if yeah.
I think
Like,
we've played spiritual weapon as counting as
No, we've done
Combat.
providing.
because it's like
right. It's not
Does it-
yeah.
Does it provide?
it's not
and
providing,
give
but it
combat?
will get it
But I
because
think But I think like I mean almost on one side
yeah.
distracting it or whatever. And then
Cool.
the dagger comes up from the other hand
All
side
right.
and stabs.
I'll take it. So, oh, hey.
Go back.
Wait, why does my thing say I rolled a 20?
No, the dice are just
I see it.
being screwed.
That's,
Yeah, I see a 20 and
can
a
we
9,
take
and
what's
I
on the
see 18,
screen
18.
instead?
I don't think so. I think we said we're
What
going over
just
the die
happened
roll.
there?
It showed a
What's
20,
happening?
but it sent an
Roll
18
that.
to the. I don't know. Anyway, does an 18 hit that guy?
Well, 18 hits. Yeah.
Okay. So it takes
Full
12
max damage.
force damage from that knife. My very holy, not evil dagger.
The more that you say that,
Right, you keep clarifying that. I don't know why you feel like you need to clarify that.
I'm just saying that one's not divine, but it's spiritual,
Uh,
which is basically as good as divine. I mean, it's almost the same thing. Yeah, I think that's what I do, and I'll give myself some temporary hit points, I guess. So yeah, that's me.
All right. Now the fair.
All right. Can I get some of those sweet, sweet temporary hit points?
At the end of your turn, you can.
Oh, okay.
Just don't die during your turn.
And don't go down the stairs.
No.
You're like on the edge, so don't
jump in
leave the
pit.
twilight.
yeah, you look behind you, you'll see something.
Yeah, there's 2 Malzahns that are charging up the stairs. They're actually relatively close.
Oh yeah.
I guess they probably could have shot y'all, but they were running upstairs busily.
They're trying
Or
to get you.
slithering up the stairs.
Yeah. Getting their bows
Staff
out.
all next to me into
Yeah.
that great big open door.
Rather-
Um,
I guess I can put them.
and then I guess this guy can make a dexterity saving throw. DC is 17.
Sacred flames. Oh,
Man.
Ooh,
Ooh, innovation's fun.
I need
Another
some hit
dex.
points. Yeah.
All right. Who knows what the dice will show, but
Uh,
17.
I need my staff back.
Well, that new guy over there got your staff.
Our
right?
staff?
So,
You're talking about our staff?
Yes.
Yes. Shared.
I know
group-
there's a 0% chance of me ever getting that back.
shared
but I
group
would like
resource, right? I mean, I don't know that you willingly handed it over to the enemy. So
so I
That'd be
take
villainy.
half of that is what happens.
Yes.
Is what 8
8.
necrotics.
Yep.
All right. Noted. And you get back 8 hit points apparently.
4.
Oh, you get half of that.
Yep.
All right.
you also get 17 temporary hit points.
And then you get 17 temporary.
That's great.
Is that it for your turn?
That is it for my turn.
All right. Well. So on 7, we'll start with this person in the middle. Make a strength saving throw,
Me?
Morazel.
Me? Oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, you hit me with some fire.
Yeah.
No, I did not hit you with fire.
And you did.
It was radiant. It was not fire damage.
It was.
That's what I got.
10.
Uh-huh.
10.
Uh-huh.
Cool. 10's not quite enough.
I didn't think so. Anything I can do to fix that? Something I should have done already. Yep. Oh well.
Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, I don't have any way to. I can only preemptively do something to fix it.
Ooh, that was a good roll.
Yeah, it's
I know it's all temporary hit points.
not all of it. More than
Yeah.
half of it is temporary hit points.
So a spout of water launches at it and it hits you. Except when it hits you, it starts to burn
Oh.
because it's actually acid. So you take 25 acid damage.
Yikes.
And after it does that, the acid seems to be like some way magically connected to it, and it says "Get over here" beside it, so it pulls you over beside it.
That's a funny choice.
I mean, you know, I don't know what you can do. Well, I know what you can do, but it doesn't know what you can do. So.
Well, it needs to make a wisdom save.
Because it entered the spirit guardian.
It entered the
sure
spirit
did.
guardian's face. I need to make a wisdom save at this point. All right. How wise am I?
Not very wise. based
Not
on-
very wise at all. Not our strong one. Here we go. I got a 19.
Well, that's
Almost.
not quite enough.
Yeah.
All right.
So you take 11 good guy necrotic damage.
Okay. Wow, there's a lot going on in this moment of it fighting.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It pulls you.
you got the attention of my
Guardians
spirit
start to hit it.
guardians. Yep.
Then it was like about to move away from doing that, and then after the guardians start to hit it, it realizes it wants to destroy you. So
Does it?
it does. So it's gonna try to bite you first with
Okay.
a very large mouth.
As these ghostly fiends swirl around it.
I mean, is there any effect on its attack?
No.
Okay.
It's just going to keep taking damage. Forever.
Does 21 hit you?
It does.
So it bites you first. And you realize its claws are fairly sharp.
Yeah. Ouch.
And you take 29 piercing damage from its claws,
A lot.
or from its teeth. Sorry, this is its teeth.
Uh-huh.
A lot of that particular die.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That
And
sure is.
then after it chomps down on you,
Uh-huh.
its two claws come around and seem to want to take more of you away.
Mm.
Oh,
So we're gonna do that too while we're here. So left claw is a 26.
Yeah.
And right claw is a 20.
That's the number.
Good.
4 attacks? Things might be bad.
I mean,
4 attacks
Yeah.
is a lot of attacks.
That is a lot of attacks.
It did say it does that thing, and then it does 3 of those things. So I believe 1 + 3 is 4 last
It
time.
is, yeah.
I mean, I do hang out with middle schoolers all day, so I could be wrong. So left claw is a modest 13. Right claw, it's also a modest 13.
Okay.
But so this acid leash grabs you and pulls you, and it chomps down on you. And it's just, I mean, it is like in a frenzy, just trying to rip you apart.
Yeah. I don't know why this token's not updated.
It's updated on my screen.
I just changed it. It wasn't changing when I changed my character
Oh.
sheet.
You need me to switch one out or something?
It's just not communicating. Whatever reason.
Okay. And that's what it does.
Yeah. Ouch.
Seems like enough.
Decent. All right.
We're probably going to have to deal with this thing.
This employee.
Yeah.
And if you were concentrating, I believe there's some concentration checks.
I was concentrating. I think advantage on these. I think I do.
you're a war caster,
I'm a
right?
warcaster. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
We are at war.
So I got hit 4
Four
times.
4 different times. Well, it made the first one definitely. Well,
Oh,
maybe
well,
it did.
not
I
according.
see a 20.
What
I see a
in the
20 on
world?
my screen.
Yeah, I've rolled two
Yeah, I see
20s.
22.
It keeps stealing my 20s. I don't like this.
Well, the interesting thing is that the one is a 4 and the other is a 1.
It's the opposite side, or no?
No.
Whoa.
Only for 20. I don't know.
What is happening?
Weird.
The dice are off. The
Cursed.
polyhedral dice.
No, I mean, I like what I'm seeing when I look at the screen.
Have any of them been? I guess Johnny's hit dice or damage dice were right, right?
Yeah.
I had one roll that was different, but everything else has been correct.
That's,
Weird.
Josh's damage dice weren't right. He rolled a 6 and got a 7.
Might be Josh. That's weird.
Oh, Johnny's mitigating Josh's rolling.
oh, you finally figured out how to make
He's
it.
weighting the dice the
Man,
wrong
you guys,
way.
I see.
you guys give me way too much credit.
I see. Intercepting my signals.
Give me way too much credit.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't need to make any bother rolling any more of those then.
Oh no!
I mean, since I
All
failed,
right.
since I failed the first one.
What do you mean?
Drop
Well, I'm
the
not
spirits.
concentrating anymore.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It would have been impressive to concentrate through all that.
There was a lot going on there.
What a bunch of wasted points I spent on this Warcaster. Didn't even work.
It worked one time last game.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. All right. So the brood guards are moving up the stairs. They're just running up the stairs. So Oma and Evelys.
Oh yeah, Oma, she's doing stuff. What's she doing? She's doing some great swords, I suppose.
Yeah, with advantage. Because you've got that good knife helping you.
Yeah. Do I get
Yep.
advantage for this knife?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Isn't that how we've been playing it?
I don't remember. We'll just play it that way. It's fine. Unless there's like a rule that we didn't know.
We'll take the
Okay.
different dice on that.
Yep, we'll take the
Wow.
chat dice for
That
this
really
one.
is like opposite dice.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So that 18 hits.
No, if the 2 is right.
This thing, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
So weird.
Did what? Oh,
Sure.
okay. We don't like that one in there.
Oh.
Or the 2.
Interesting.
Wait, that's a 2?
Yeah, there's a 1 and a 2 if you look
One
at
and a
the
2.
Oh. I see a
I
1
see
and
a-
a 6.
if you look at the
God,
chat,
yeah,
that's
that's-
1 and a 2.
Gosh,
Let's
what
see
is
what it says this time.
Alright.
I see
So,
4 and 4 though.
Those are
Okay.
yeah, so that's 13 slashing on the first one then.
Okay.
This is very weird. 26 hits.
That's wrong on those dice as well.
Alright. And then
Those are right.
14 slashing.
Yeah.
Hey Josh, real quick,
Yeah.
just throw out a D20 using the roller on the left, not using the sheet.
Okay. Let's do D20. Oh, does not match.
Okay, never
The
mind. then.
color of those dice, man.
Huh.
What's your
There you go.
Wigbits. Wigbits
That's
works.
Wig's first attack.
Yep.
I'll roll for Josh.
Good roll.
wow.
Right, since Josh's dice aren't working, Wigbit will just roll for him.
Yeah.
Okay, mine worked.
Almost getting some hit points.
Isn't Oma
might
too
need some.
far?
Oh, she's out now.
No.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Not getting any more anyway. Actually, that would have been where she was at. So. Oh well.
Fortunately, your aura is not.
Yeah, that one's not concentration.
Yeah.
All right. Is that almost turn?
Yep.
Okay. Plus needs to get closer to people again. I'll keep dying. So Evelus will run back in the room, and he will say as he's casting something, "What are we doing here, guys? We have an exit strategy."
Oh,
As he casts. No.
Grandma kind of glance over his shoulder down the stairs. Looks like there's only entrance strategies.
And when he says that, he's looking pointedly at the two newcomers in the room. Well, Morzel probably can't see him right now because he's getting eaten. But he's looking at Zariel and Morzel, as in like,
You got in here. How do we get out?
dude.
Yeah.
That's but then no cap.
Okay.
And his what is my I don't even know how to make a ranged spell attack. I haven't done this in forever. If I click on it, does it work? Does it work? Ooh, it might work. It did work.
Yeah.
Neat.
Pitch bolt.
I mean,
Kind of evil.
I hope he hit.
radiant and necrotic or something. Oh, it's lightning apparently.
Yeah.
And let's see. This was at level 3. I'll see. Okay, I see 3 dice on the screen, but I see 1 on the right. See the 11. All right. Well, we'll take the 22. That's what I rolled.
On the right, there's a 9 and a 2.
It split them into they're 2 different 11s. For some reason, it split the lightning and the lightning.
Work
Well,
like
the higher levels, some of it, yeah, it took the higher level.
Somebody check her out. Somebody check her out. Roll 20 up.
9, 2, and 11.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
lightning.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lightning.
the
Lightning. Do what?
9 and 2 are because it's a 3rd level spell, and the 11 is the 1st level spell part of it.
Yeah. That's what it's doing.
But it should add an extra die for every level.
yeah, it did 3 dice.
The higher level cast
But
is
it-
the additional 2 dice.
Yeah.
But it only showed the damage for the 1 die though.
It shows them both right on top of each other. Just
Yeah.
lightning and lightning. It doesn't combine
Yeah.
them.
It adds it automatically.
Oh, I see now. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, that's neat. Anyway, yeah. So lightning hits the big the wastrelith, and but yeah, and because he cast that. Does that aura still exist, and is Ephelis part of it? Does he get
The Twilight? Yeah, he will get
Yeah.
some temporary hit points.
all right? So I don't know if you
many?
heard what he said. I don't know if you heard what he said, Josh, when he
I
ran
did
in.
not.
He was like, "So, what is our plan here? What's our exit strategy, guys?" And then he cast something at the wastrelith.
Yep. Well, we need an open exit first.
Yeah, and his turn is over. So
Yep, he'll get some temporary hit points. How many? I don't know.
What?
18.
cool. All right.
The mummy thing moves very slowly up the stairs.
It
Yeah.
seems like it should move super slowly up the
Because it's a
stairs.
mummy?
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, maybe y'all probably just aren't paying attention to it, so it probably seems like it moved quicker because time goes really fast when you're doing stuff. But yeah,
It's moving faster than it ought to.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it
Just jump
depends
2
on-
levels.
what your definition of? I mean, it just
Oh wow,
it's
that's pretty quick.
what? No, no. Like I said, like time is a blur when you're fighting in like a combat situation. You can't keep up with it. You know, it's just time flies.
Looking around, is there a way up from here
Yeah.
to get to that fifth level?
Yeah. So these are interior stairs that lead. Well, one of them leads up. One of them leads down. To the
So
right.
there's only
leads
one
up.
way up.
To the right leads up.
So we need to go at that.
Oh.
Let's get up those.
So Raloon and Grim.
Raloon can go first since he's always doing something tricksy, and I'm farther away from where I would go to attack him.
So Raloon says, it doesn't have to end this way. I said I am indebted to you. You have shown your power. Hand me the staff and we can complete the task. And in return, I will send you where you want to go. And so otherwise, Raloon is holding for the moment.
Oh. All right, well, no, he's getting stabbed twice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is Graham a good guy?
Good enough. 25 hit?
Probably. I would assume it does
hope
hit.
so. That's
Yeah.
20 magical piercing.
Yeah. All right. All right. Do all the things here.
17 hit.
17. Hang on.
Okay.
Because I may not want 17 to hit. You hit kind of hard.
I mean, only half the time.
Not very nice. We're just having a conversation. Jeez.
Yeah. Talking with my rapier.
Wait, was Grim considered good?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is he considered good?
Is he? I don't remember. What's his alignment? Nope.
I didn't actually think so, but it's
There have been times where I've wondered if Grim was the best guy, goodest guy in the party. For sure.
Just because he was the most level-headed.
Kinda, yeah.
Good's relative.
Yeah. 17 hits.
The peacekeeper of the party sometimes.
All right, well then he'll take 11 more piercing.
All right.
And then Josh, is your aura is 30?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm technically in it.
You're in it. Yep.
And yes, I would love some temporary hit points.
Great. You can have some.
Thanks.
How about 18?
I'll take it. That's one more than what I had.
Great.
Sounds like maybe he'll max out again. That's Grim.
Oh, wait, did I give Ephelis some?
Yeah, I got
did.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
You gave him 18 as well.
I did.
Everybody gets 18.
Yep. 18 for
Eventually.
everybody.
You stabbed me. We were
Twice.
just trying to have a conversation.
I mean, I think he said everything he's going to say.
No.
That's worth hearing.
He's a talker, not a fighter.
Yeah. No, we've gotten that before.
Oh,
So we're gonna
I'm a fighter.
we're gonna solve that problem, and he could be neither.
Well, could. I'd rather continue to be a talker, but
He can talk through
Yeah,
this.
keep talking.
Oh, ow! Stop.
just keep talking. All right. Well then, you want to
Maybe
do
if he
that?
said nicer things.
I mean, he's really said a lot of nice things. You guys have not reacted to them very well.
I think so.
No, he said a lot of nice things.
Really. The tone matters.
Tone does matter.
What are you in middle school? Come on. Well, I guess then, since you stabbed me
Twice.
twice,
Time to leave. Bye.
seemed like a very nice thing to do. Grim.
Hmm.
All right. Well, we'll see if you can do it. Make a wisdom saving throw, but you have advantage on the saving throw.
Okay.
See how wise Grim is. Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Oh no!
brutal.
No,
It looks like a
it's a
20 or 11.
It's definitely a
That's
20.
not real.
I got
This,
20.
this is terrible.
I
Hey,
see.
no, this is perfect. We're
I
in
see a
Bronco's
20.
realm. It's all deception. That's
It
what
is
it is.
a
It
lot
makes
of
you-
deception. So 12. I'm sure that's a fail.
Wait, 12 is not real great.
But it's
No,
a 20.
24
So
would have been amazing.
yep,
20 would
that's
have
what I
been
see.
amazing. That's awesome.
Yep, it is.
Hold on. It's, just for funsies, just so just nobody knows this except for Grim, and Grim doesn't actually even know it. You've been dominated at this point
Great.
by Raloon, so I have an ally in the room now.
Perfect.
I mean,
Yeah. So, yeah. But so Grim stabs, and then Raloon turns around and goes, "Oh man, come on!" And holds his hands up. Yeah, and kind of a thing that just happened.
Okay.
I think that yeah, I can't do any of that. So yeah, I guess we'll now got to turn around and face this raging barbarian in front of us. It's gonna chop her head off in a minute. So cool. All right. So 20. Well, already done that, so we can't do that again. So then that means that I guess this is the thing that happens then. So these pseudopodal arms from these wells lash out. And unfortunately there's a Morazel right there. So
Oh, right next to the pot.
yeah. Morazel, make a dex save, please.
a little better at this than I am
Happy.
being strong.
Who
Hey.
knows what the die? Okay.
Yep, the one in the chat is correct.
Yep. Yeah. So you do dodge out of the way as this arm that's here lashes out at you and
good.
tries to grab hold of you.
I didn't want to be grabbed.
But you you jump out of the way. That's
Good.
the thing that just happened. And then I think that over here, the other one, I can control. Can't get it to work. There we go. Maybe. Oh man. Normally I blame this on my internet, but I'm blaming it on Roll20 tonight.
Along with our rolls.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Huh?
Stealing our 20s. Unfair.
Well, anyway, this other one lashes out at Ephesus that at some point I will get it to actually get into F square. Ephesus will make a dex save. Doesn't really not a spell. So, ooh, that wasn't very good. Oh, Ephesus. It wasn't a spell, it was an arm.
Not so good against arms.
Not so good against arms. It's not a thing. So he is grappled by this arm. And most of his temporary hit points go away. Thanks,
Oh.
Marzo.
You're welcome.
So I'll fix that in a minute. That's 20. So Wigbit.
I will try and chop his head off.
Yep.
Time to go wailing on a
Okay.
tiger again.
So not raging actually. Just advantage without raging, or not reckless.
So the first one, 12.
No, it's still advantage. Oh, it's not
Oh.
advantage.
Not
I don't have-
advantage.
I don't have an ally.
No.
You
I'm sadly not
actually
your ally.
do not have an
So
ally.
I
at
think
this
I have
point.
advantage, so I don't go reckless. And so I yes.
Weird that
Yep.
Grimm's not on your side all of a sudden, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a strange thing. You thought Grim was gonna distract him, and it just didn't happen.
Would I perceive that? Probably not yet.
Go get him in the second swing. Or the third swing.
Well,
Or the third swing.
what is going on? Graham, why aren't you giving me the
You're
help I
supposed to be
need?
helping Grimm.
That hit?
18 hit him?
18 does hit.
Alright. Oh,
That's a 7. That's not
okay,
a 1.
good.
That's a 7.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright, good. 16.
These
Alright,
rolls are
these
really.
dice are, yeah, just useless. 16 piercing. And trying to figure out what's going on with Graham. Why
Well,
is-
that depends. How good is his concentration?
Wigbit, are you good?
Am I good?
Like
Yeah.
alignment? Okay.
Yeah. Chaotic. Does that still count?
Yeah,
Good
it's
is
just
good.
alignment.
Got it. How good is my concentration? That is a great question. I am super concentrating this. Not actually that much. I'm decent. Who knows what the actual... Oh, mine showed up. That was right. See?
Yep.
So yes, at the moment, Grim is still not providing combat advantage.
Nope.
But clearly, you've fiddled with everyone's dice except your own. You thought you'd get away with it.
What I'm-
You didn't know how obvious
I'm
it was going to be.
Well, I had 4 weeks off, you know.
Had
It's
to
time
do something.
I had to figure out this whole technology thing. All right, so Wigwit's up there wailing away at the tiger again. Is that it? Is that it, Drew?
That's it, yeah.
All right.
Trying to figure out why Graham's being not as helpful as he usually is.
Yeah.
All right, Dario.
Okay. So sensing what's going on and kind of seeing the current standings, Zariel moves to the center and just roars out, "If you're looking to get out, stand by me." And I cast Mass Cure Wounds at level 5.
What?
So everybody within 30 feet of me,
Ooh.
I'm not taking it, will get 19 healing points. And I can
got you.
end on every single person. The let's see. Spellbreaker. When you restore HP to an ally with a first spell of first level or higher, you can also end one spell equal to or lower than the level of the healing spell of your choice on that creature. So if there's anything on anybody, I am removing it.
But at what level?
Level 5.
Hey, perfect. That's a good level.
It's a pretty good
5
level.
was a
I
good
think.
choice.
And then with my bonus action, I'm moving my spiritual mace over to this creature that's just kind of hanging out there, and it is going to wail upon it at the first level or second level that I cast it at. So
All right, so can we take that one step at a time?
yes,
So first,
yes,
all your allies get 19 points back, what you're saying?
Yes.
Except for the Farron.
Me.
Is the Farron within that?
Everybody's within it.
Okay, everybody's in this. Everybody gets back.
It's a 30 bubble.
Jeez,
Everybody gets back 19.
Yes.
that's a lot.
Yep.
And then there's more.
Each person that I healed, I can end a. Here, I'll just post it. So
I just want to make sure we get the wording right.
Your dominate's
Right,
gone.
yeah.
Because it could matter.
Correct. I just want to make sure.
Spellbreaker. When you restore HP to an ally with a spell of first level or higher, you can also end one spell equal to or lower than the level of the healing spell of your choice on that creature.
One spell on that.
Correct.
Yeah, was it a condition imposed by us? Like weird. I mean, it sounds like it works here, but
So if there's any,
I mean, all right, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to That's ridiculously powerful.
Magic's
But yeah,
no good here.
so, yeah.
You start
So
thinking about like all the things that could get undone by it.
A lot of things.
so if there
lot
was
of
if there
things
was
to
if there was anything else on anybody else, which I assume because I saw Morizel or sorry, I'm gonna butcher that name so much, Josh.
Morizel.
Morizel.
Yeah,
There we
Morizel.
go. So I didn't know. I saw him get drug over, and I saw Ephilis get bound. So that's why Zariel's casting it. And then he's moving with his bonus action. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Anything else, Johnny?
I was gonna say, so I mean, the dominate is a dominate person, so that's a 5th level spell. So Grim, that will no longer affect Grim.
Okay.
So then these other things, though, they're not spells.
Okay.
They are. I mean, hold on. Well, let me look up the thing that hit Ephilis is not a spell. Thing that's happening.
Right, but he saw Morizel get essentially drug over, so he thought that it was some sort of
Like a telekinesis spell potentially, or what have you.
exactly. That's what because that's what Zariel is most familiar with is telekinetic spells that move people places.
Yeah, and I mean, and Morzel is. I mean, as far as that goes, there's not anything affecting Morzel at this point.
Right.
So, in other words, Morzel is fine.
Okay.
But the dominate spell on Grim has ended, and
Okay. Yeah, he didn't. Zariel did not know that. He was just casting at the level that he can cast it at. So, all right, and then for the bonus action, moving the spiritual weapon over to hit whatever this big mammoth jam is next to Morizel, and
got it.
Oh, 15.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Yep, 15 is a miss.
And then that'll be my turn, just calling out if everyone in earshot, if they want out, to get close to me.
Okay. Everybody got back their 19 hit points, right?
Yeah.
I was looking at
Josh's
token specifically. And,
Because my token's not updating.
Right, that's why I was
Yep.
asking. But if you're doing it on the character sheet, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wigbit is no longer bloodied.
Wow. The full
Yeah, we're in
Wigbit.
this all day.
Started this combat with I think a hit point upside down above a pit of snakes.
Doing a little
No,
better
you're
now.
doing just fine.
And
Now
somebody
I'm-
let the clerics in.
Are the clerics about to die, Johnny?
Yes.
All
There are
clerics.
going to be no more clerics or monks.
So,
We're
so
gonna
do
add it to the
healing spells
list.
always do that?
That's what it sounded like.
That's just an effect of the healing spell. Is like
that's why I'm like, wow, that's super.
It's some
powerful.
additional effect because it's not.
I think
Yeah, it was Spellbreaker.
Right.
is that a spell or is that a
Class?
feat?
I think it's like
Some
a
type of
class thing.
Class feature, or is that
something, but I have no
is that
idea
a new
what.
feat in Tasha's, or
Seems like it's just like a
Is that
Yeah,
a
counter
divine,
spell
like a
The
Chills
homebrew?
me.
to every healing spell.
Seems like it's a homebrew from what I'm seeing.
Maybe it is.
What?
Oh, where's
Spellbreaker?
the Spellbreaker from?
That is from
Sword
Sword Coast.
it is Sword Coast.
Yep, Sword Coast
Gotcha.
Adventures Guide. homebrew. You think I'm gonna bring that in here?
I
That would
mean, I
get
don't know.
shut down
I'm
so
just trying to
fast.
look it up and find out where this is coming from. Like, I don't want to be dominated, but that seems pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it's the only reason I have it is because of the class of cleric that I.
Is that your divine
Nope.
invocation?
Arcane Initiate.
Stuff.
Good stuff. All right.
You still have 18 temporary hit points, right, Zahariel?
Yeah.
Okay. You're good then.
Not for long.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I just created the biggest like arrow point on me, so I totally get it.
So
Nah.
sorry to clarify something, Chandler. You
Yep.
cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level, or Mass Cure.
Mass Cure Wounds at 5th level.
Okay, you cast it at 5th. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you
Then
cast it at 5th. Yeah.
Then yes.
Because it's it's 5th level spell, and it's the
Oh, well
only
then,
thing
yeah,
that
you
I
had
had.
no choice.
Exactly.
Okay, well, great. Then Grem seems intent on killing Raloon again. He seems to be providing combat advantage.
That's
I like
good.
how you were a moment ago. Much
Took
better.
himself out of it.
All right. Neat. And by neat, I mean whatever.
I'm gonna die.
So Malazans and Morzel.
Yeah. So I'm not grabbed by this thing. It just pulled me
Yeah,
over last
it
turn.
pulled you over, and then like the acidic water like dissipated.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like it could do it again if it wanted, but
Yeah, well, I think that what I have to do is this.
Yep.
I am invisible.
oh.
Goodbye.
And I can cast all the spells that damn well please.
Wait, did you make it invisible?
No,
That'd be pretty
no.
cool.
I
Oh
did
no,
not
you
make
didn't.
it invisible.
Oh. All right.
Now see, that's the ally you needed there.
Only had true.
Yeah, well, I'm banking on the fact that you don't.
I don't.
All right, and then this spiritual dagger up here takes a swing, or tries to plunge into this snake man.
Like as
Was a 19 hit the snake man?
Good.
I'm sure it does. Yes.
Okay,
The invisibility is the ninja mask.
so 6 force damage for this
There you go.
Malison. It had 5 hit points, didn't it?
I mean, it did have 5 hit points plus some extra, but it had 5 hit points. Yeah.
Good.
But it has 6 hit points less right now.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'll give myself some temporary hit points. I mean, someone will somewhere in this room.
Some source.
Yep.
Thank you.
You could see me, you would know. I was getting temporary hit points.
That's a great invisibility symbol.
The
The ninja,
ninja
mask.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Malzahn will play the gang up game, so they're gonna drop bows and
Going in
we're gonna
Oma.
try to take somebody out.
Good.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So the one's gonna constrict as they draw their bow, but they have it. Oh, I got a 20 on my. See, it's not just y'all. I got a 20 on my screen. It didn't come up as a 20.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, you
I
still
know.
hit her though.
Oh, okay, that's neat. So she will take 8 bludgeoning
8
damage,
temporary hit points of damage. Got it.
and she's grappled
Mhm.
by this Malazan's tail.
Yep.
She is considered restrained at this point.
Who cares?
All right. Well, the other one isn't going to come and hit her.
Yep.
Hopefully hit her. With scimitars. Now I have advantage on the first one. So we're
Twin
gonna swing.
scimitars?
Twin scimitar, yeah. No,
That
no,
misses.
no. Let's try that again. Second swing.
Yep.
18.
Got her.
Number. Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. Why is it?
Yeah, this is strange. For a whole 5.
Oh, you got all her temporary hit points gone.
Yes.
Just in time for her to get them back.
Every time I go through
Almost.
temporary hit points tonight, I'm considering it a kill.
I'm not sure that's how that works, but
I mean, it does in
Okay.
my world. So there we go. That's a kill. Right. Yeah. So they came in. They're gonna shoot the guy in the middle.
there's only one guy in the middle.
That's always their target.
Yep.
I mean, we don't have else to shoot, so
Stand
we
in
just
the
showed
middle.
up. There's bad things going on, but it's a 9. I don't think that's gonna hit anybody in
Look-
the world.
Looking for 17.
Oh, I can do that.
Not quite.
All right. Well, I mean, the miss.
Keep
So
shooting.
there's 2 misses. Let's try it again.
There we go.
Hey, 22
That'll hit.
and.
Hey, 17.
Was that the number or was it 18?
17.
17.
Perfect. You get it twice.
'Kay.
So you take. See if I can get through some temporary hit points. 7.
Okay. Down to 11.
Ooh, max damage and 10.
Down to 1.
All right. Great. Are you concentrating on anything?
Nope.
All right, well.
I learned my lesson.
That was awesome.
I just haven't cast any concentration spells, so.
That was perfect. All right. These guys are shooting Wigbit because he's crazy.
Angry.
Do I get advantage on you? Did you go reckless?
I didn't. No.
No, he.
You
'cause he
never
had his
did.
ally. Why would he?
Never did.
Okay.
I'm getting tactical in my rages.
Right.
You are. I'm proud
but
of
it's
you.
Backfiring. I'm
Tactical
just gonna
rage.
start.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
12. I forgot to add the bonus, but it's 23. That should hit.
That'll do.
I'm just 14 and 22. I hit every other shot. Did you? Yeah. 4, 6.
Oh man, Wigbit's temporary hit
And
points go so far.
It's amazing.
So
I mean, they stick in you, but I'm not sure you actually notice that they're there.
yeah, I'm not sure how temporary hit points work, but yeah.
It still has.
Yeah, did you get?
half?
Is it still half?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Still half?
I did have.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Like how it works as far as damage,
it starts feeling it
right?
when you temporary hit points.
Or is it like I don't know. It doesn't actually damage you. Doesn't actually reach you.
I've always imagined it kind of like an extra shield, right? Like
Mhm.
it's like kind of plinking through.
Buffer.
Right.
Yeah.
And like
That would be interesting to actually see it like drawn out, what it looks like. Sorry, Johnny.
Oh, you're good. I'm shooting at F-plus right now, but they seem to almost hit him every time, and then they seem to not hit him. They fly through his space, but he's not actually in the space when they shoot there. So, yeah. All right, so there's a bunch of arrows flying through the room right now. Sometimes landing in people, but most of the time not. Yeah. So Morzel did his thing. So Farron. I just want to point out Zeril has your staff. Not just so discontent.
Just yeah, it's no chaos.
I just want to point that out. The new guy grabbed your staff.
And he said,
Yeah.
if you wanna get out of here, come over here.
Alright,
I realize
which
that
one
Aaron's
has-
going to his drug.
Which one has Oma tangled up?
Which one? What?
Has Oma tangled up?
The
This guy?
far one, I think.
The bloodied
Yeah.
one.
Actually, the
Or
one
is it
that
the
was
bloodied one?
it was actually the one that was within
Okay.
the spiritual dagger. It's happened to be the one I
Oh, okay.
went with first.
Hmm. $28 hits.
Yeah.
All right, so that's
8
good
force
for
damage.
8. Yep. $19 hits.
Yep.
For 12.
Okay.
Do I get 3 of these?
I think so. I think you did last time.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're not high enough level.
Just get a long rest. Oh, wait, sorry.
20.
Yeah, that'll do it.
6 more.
I can't do 6 more.
No, Oma's not
3.
restrained anymore.
Got like a bloody snake tail draped around her, but yeah.
And necrotic energy sort of just dissipates into the twilight because I didn't even need it.
Does it come up to your other temporary hit points and start like there's like this twilight like war of
I've already got 17, so
like really upset right now that it can't.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Good stuff.
All right. I guess then is that it for your turn?
Yes.
All right. Well. Who is? I don't know who the most aggravating of you all is.
We're all
I
quite
mean-
aggravating.
Exactly.
They all are doing things that's like
One you can't see, probably.
you know what? I think that's how we're gonna do this. We don't know how strong anybody is, and you're the one that ran the room and yelled everybody get beside me. So Zariel,
Yep.
make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
I imagine you're.
We'll see.
All right.
That's a 14.
14 is not 17.
No, it's not.
All right. All right, cool. So a gasping spout of water lashes out from the creature. Take 14 acid damage if you do
Okay.
acid damage. And you are drug over beside it.
Yep.
If you can be drug over beside it.
I can.
Okay, great. And then you're right beside it, so it doesn't have to move. So it's like, let's eat you. So it's gonna try to take your head off.
Oh boy.
So it bites down on you for a 27.
That hits.
Seems to be a good number. So we're gonna roll. I like these dice. These are cool. 4. Woo! That's a good number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You take
And he is bloody.
35 piercing damage as these massive teeth just chomp down on you.
Mhm.
And then it's like, I got you where I want you. And then, like, the 2 claws come around from each side. The left claw is a miss because it got, like, just got tangled up somehow. I don't know what happened. The right claw is looks
Yep.
like it's a 20.
Yep, that's a 20. That'll hit.
20. That'll hit. And that is 4 of these guys. Oh, should be +4 to this die roll. I didn't input correctly. So it's actually 19 slashing damage with the left claw.
All right.
So it takes a big chunk out of you. Oh wow, yeah. Ooh, that. Oh, it's a good thing I missed with that right claw,
Mm-hmm.
huh?
Yep.
Yep. Great. But you're not concentrating, so that's a good sign.
I don't think I want to go stand by him anymore.
No.
Man, how far does that reach? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
15 feet.
The reach of that spout,
Yeah.
you feel like it could have reached easily twice this far.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yikes.
It had plenty of like it hit you and like wrapped all the way around you and then like pulled.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I just figured this out.
So Broodguard turn. They're running into the room now. Well, they actually run to the edge of the room. So let me pull them over here. So they get to. Stupid Malazans are in the way. They'll get to here. And then these don't get actually to the middle of the room. They get. Whoa, that guy got big.
Wow,
Yeah.
got stretched out. All weird.
He
He
stretch.
was running too fast.
Yep,
Yeah.
undid himself.
Not the above.
I don't think that guy exists anymore. I say.
Stretched guy?
Yeah, I think he
Yep.
unmade himself.
Yeah. Alternate reality. All right. So they get to there with their normal move, and then I don't think they can actually do anything worthwhile. So hang on, let me look that up real quick. I think they're gonna have to just move. Sorry. In the right. 1T. We're gonna. If Roll20 would get all these extra supplements in here, I wouldn't have to keep looking the stuff up in the books. Sorry, those of you who are watching at home. I
I mean,
apologize.
you can just say they don't have any of that anymore.
I wouldn't want to cheat you of the full experience, though.
That's true.
And this is a fine experience.
Oh, yeah, fine. You're right. I mean, I guess they'll move up, and then they're gonna like
Go after
run.
Ephesus.
I mean, they don't really know what's going on. They just know
No.
they've been like, hey, run in here and attack things. You don't know what's there. So, the one thing they know how to do is this. So they're using their double move to get their first finished movement. Actually, get to the top of the stairs, and then their double move is moving into the room. And Morzel's invisible, so we can't see that one. So let's surround this guy. Ooh, let's surround this guy. We'll come up into this guy. All right, so some brood guards have run in, and they're all gnashing at the teeth, and I mean, they look like they're ready to do something, but they can't do it yet. So Oma and Ephesus. Oma is, I don't know if you heard it, Josh. Oma is freed because Baron shot that one down. So
Okay,
Oma is no longer restrained.
cool.
But Oma and Ephesus. Oh, Ephesus has actually got a little problem right now. Go ahead if you're ready. I'm trying to figure out how I get out of this thing.
Oh wait, whose turn is it?
It's Oma.
Oma. Oh, Oma. Oma's got to do stuff. What are you doing, Oma? Great swording. She'll great sword this. Oh, what's she gonna great sword?
Oh.
I mean,
Are we still getting toward the middle?
Well,
Yeah, right beside that. Right
He's-
beside
he's
that
a-
big old.
I said get to
Thing.
him. That seems like a bad place to go to. I just gotta say. Well, I guess we gotta. Yeah, we don't care about this guy, do we?
Zigbit doesn't seem like he heard, maybe? Cared? Not sure.
And Graham, seeing Wigbit's focus, seems pretty focused.
So Oma, if that Malison wants to take an OA at her, she'll let him have it.
He seems focused too. Are
Well,
we focused? Group focus?
it seems like we're having some group focus. I think.
The Malazan gets an OA though.
Yeah, this one, because she just left and
Yeah,
is
I'll take
ignoring that it exists because
Again, I don't want you to miss the full experience.
Uni Malison. Yeah, see.
I mean,
He
why
knew.
don't you just keep going? It's
She
fine.
knew. Yep. So she's gonna attack the Tiger Man now.
Yep.
Because we gotta deal with this fella.
Tiger Man. An 8 became
That's
a
a-
24.
There's a 24 in there. Look at that. She's got a plus 16. It's pretty good.
Wow. Great sword she has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
12 slashing. It is. It's a pretty great sword. And we'll do it again. 4. There's a 2 in there, so we don't want that. Oh, we got one more. So 12 slashing and 13 slashing.
What's Alma's
Alignment?
No, I know her alignment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that. It was skill thing.
Oh.
That's not bad. Alma may notice that she's hitting this thing and like she knows she hits it with a good part of the blade in
Yeah.
a good spot.
Good edge alignment and everything.
She notices like nothing really seems to be happening.
Oh,
but,
that's
like,
weird.
She's not getting any tiger blood on her blade
Oh,
as she's flashing away at it.
doesn't really like that very much.
Yeah.
Well, she's learning things about Rakshasas, I guess.
All right. So Ephesus on his turn was sort of wrapped up by this tentacle, and then Ephesus, just because, he essentially just slides out of the grasp of this thing.
Decided not to be there.
I mean, it's just like it just kind of like shrugs it off almost, like get off me. And then he's about to move, and he's like, "There's these brood guards that are trying to eat me." So now I have another problem. So he yells across. It says, "Grim is now the time."
Graham looks very healthy and oh, I'm okay.
Oh, okay. Those who don't remember, Ephesus has no idea what Grim is doing. He just
Right.
Yeah,
yeah.
when it's
So
time.
he's checking like every 10 to 12 seconds. Like, hey, Grim, is now the time?
You want me to shoot you now?
Yeah, you want me to shoot you now? Okay, all right. Oh,
Initiating self-destruct. No, don't self-destruct.
Do something else. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Word burst.
I know, right? Didn't make him a sword mage. That would be pretty cool. Man. Here, I move away. All right. We're gonna disengage. We're gonna move. We're gonna move up here beside Zariel. So we disengaged. Says, you don't look so great.
I felt better.
Well, yeah. Says, I'll try to get its attention. Like steps up beside you, and he's like attempting to get the attention of the wastrel.
Just poking it.
Yeah.
Just yeah. It's kind of like
Hey,
right
hey,
here,
you.
Hey.
right here. Yeah, hey you. So we're correcting. The mummy thing.
Oh, Ephelis.
Falls down the stairs because it's top heavy.
Ephelis, if you don't have 15 temporary hit points, you do now.
Yeah, I'll take those. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so it moves by. I don't. You know what? That Malazan just got trampled or something happened. I don't know. It died. Yeah, it maneuvers up these steps and gets up behind these Malazans that are here. Might actually be in there. Nope, that was right. And like it's and so as it like comes up and like it's at the steps, but it's at a level now where you can see it. It it really does kind of have a mummy look to it. But those of you that can see it and like are at least glancing over and looking at it, it also like it's moving and it's like acting like it's some kind of like construct. Like it's like a mummy golem, what it almost looks like.
Cool.
Yeah. And so it moves up to the top of the step. It has a very unusual nature, as it is described in its text box. It has an unusual nature. Yeah. Yeah. So it gets to there, and it seems to be like looking at the area you're in, and the two Malazans in front of it kind of glance over their shoulder and see it, and it's clear that they're going to get out of the way very soon. So that's what happens at their turn. So Grim, it is your turn. You have a brood guard beside you now.
That's fine.
All right. And then you were concerned.
Did I think that I did not go.
Didn't you kill the Malison?
Yeah, you shot the Malazan.
Yeah,
3
you
times.
shot the Malazan and then you booked it up to the center.
It's just been a long round.
So there's a lot going on.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
This is around the Morzal turn invisible.
Yeah.
Yep. I have not gone since then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got accused.
And I
one
nearly
time
died.
of
I nearly
having,
died in one
like,
round.
Big battles.
Yep.
I don't know what y'all talking about, but anyway.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
So Grem will say as he's stabbing, you can surrender, call off these minions.
I'm not going to stop stabbing you while you do it.
Right.
No, I'm not gonna, that's not how surrender works. He has to surrender
Well,
and then I
yeah,
stop.
yeah.
Right.
Stabbing will
Surrender,
continue.
So 12 magic piercing.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
that actually is
an actual crit.
An actual crit for another 10 magical piercing.
I mean,
'Cause the
was
damage
that
dice
actually
was great.
was that a crit?
Yeah, that was a
I
crit.
mean,
It was just a real
Technically-
sad crit.
it wasn't, but it was a sneak, if it was like a sneak attack crit, that would have been great. But I always put that first.
Sneak attack
Oh.
crits are the best. so much dice.
Even when you're only like a third level rogue, it's good. But yeah,
There.
I've submitted that I am willing to accept his surrender.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
And
right.
I'm already topped off, Josh. Nothing's hit me.
Cool.
Well, I had you dominated.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a good 2 seconds.
Felt good though in those 2 seconds. Yeah, but you did put the little heart on Raloon. Do that little half heart.
Hey.
Yeah, and so when that happens, Raloon's like, okay, enough of this nonsense.
I'm
All right,
leaving.
good. Everybody lays down their weapons.
He does. Except this little misty door appears, and Raloon steps through it. And he peers over here behind Dariel.
Oh no. No.
No?
You don't get to take
And
the
as he
staff.
peers behind Zariel, he says, "Give me the staff, and I will let you go." I do not want your fight. You do not wish to be my ally. I do not wish to be your enemy, as long as you hand me the staff. And there. That's the thing that happened. All right. So then on the 20, man, these little arms are getting long.
Keep getting longer?
Ooh, they do actually.
That's not good.
No, it's not. Yeah, so it seems like every round they just keep like extending.
Hmm.
They're just kind of like slapping. It's almost like there's something down in the well that's like causing it to reach out and is like doing this, like, oh, there's nothing here. Let me stretch further. Ooh, there's nothing here. Let me stretch further.
Oh.
Ooh, there's nothing there. But as it turns out over here, there is something there. There's two somethings there. There's Zarya and an Ephesus. Which is amazing. Because the other thing that it does, instead of reaching further, it reaches for Zariel, and then like another pod shoots out of the one pod, and now we have two arms connected to the same like stem, and they're trying to grab both of you. The next save again. I just failed one of these earlier. Ooh, not this time though. Ephesus jumps over it. But does Zariel make a deck save?
Oh no! Oh no! He's getting grabbed.
Oh no!
Well,
16.
Wait, 16? Oh, 16's really close.
Yeah.
Like,
Told
it's
you.
really close. Where's the bonus?
There was a
That
plus
is the
one.
bonus. 1 plus 1.
Yeah, clerics don't do decks. Not generally.
That is true. I gotta roll really low here. I did roll pretty low. 7 acid damage as it hits you and starts to grapple you.
And
Oh.
I'm unconscious.
And Zariel falls. All right, so Zariel like collapses as this thing hits him, and it still wraps itself around him. It doesn't know any better. Yeah, that's the thing that was fun. Yeah, all right, cool. And this one is like slapping all around. The Brood Guards, they actually don't seem to pay it much mind, and it seems to understand. Wanti. Yeah. So Wigbit.
So he looks around, like, what? Where'd he go? And he's really happy when he sees him. Like, yeah. I guess he's kind of like a giddy rage at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the OAs you want there with
2.
advantage.
How many
Yeah.
were there?
It's just a couple, I think.
No, it's just 1. Wait, where were you?
I was between.
Oh, yeah, 2.
I was flanked.
So one will be with advantage as you
And
move
one will
away,
not be.
and one will not be.
This guy has advantage, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that guy would get advantage.
All right. They seem bitey, so we'll bite. All right. So I'll take the advantage one first. Here's the advantage one. 22. It's a little.
Temporary hit point.
Yeah. For 4, whatever you call that.
Nope.
And then the non one is a 9. So there we go. All right. So they get a little piece of you before you sprint away.
Sounds good. Are these tentacles occupying space? Like, can I attack them? Not that I'm like just the follow through, more what I'm concerned about.
You feel like you can attack them?
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, they're. I mean, I don't know if they're sentient or not, but they're certainly. What's the word? They're real.
Corporeal.
Corporeal.
Is there? Yeah. If there's a little bit in Zahariel's square, then
Yeah.
follow through on the first attack, which is actually going to be with advantage. I am just reaching now. Probably not going to matter. Or I'm reckless now.
I mean, 27's a hit.
27 will do. Just fishing for crits.
28 or whatever. Yeah. All those numbers are hits.
So the first one is 14. Piercing, magic piercing.
Okay.
That one will. I don't know if I should. That one will swing on through into the tentacle to my right. 15 hit a tentacle.
Yeah. It's not hard to hit a tentacle. It's just like a thing that's just lying there on the floor.
So I'll do 11 for it.
All right. And you essentially you the pick cuts into it, and then it kind of just cuts right in half almost. Now you got like a little wiggly tentacle on one side, and then the rest of the cut side on the other one.
Perfect. Maybe, unless there are more tentacles now when you cut them. So back to the buddy with the warhammer for 10 bludgeoning.
Yep.
And one more war pick. 16?
Yeah. That's the number.
So 17.
Really...
Yeah.
Finish him.
I mean, working on it. Yeah, there's a lot of tiger spread along this temple right now. Mostly on the end of your war pick and warhammer, but
That's really happy and angry. Both emotions overwhelming. I was really disappointed he was going to be gone. Really worried he was going to be.
You don't have 14 temporary hit points, but you do now.
Come up again.
Mm-hmm.
all right, Zariel. Death saving throw.
Get that 20.
20. Oh,
Close. Close.
Tried to get up.
Goal. Near the goal.
That is the goal.
All right.
I
Malazans
guess you don't get any temporary hit points.
Uh-uh.
Sorry.
Yep, it's all good.
Okay. Well,
Morzel and Malazans.
about, I don't know, I would say like 3 seconds into this tick, that staff on the floor disappears. Let's see.
I'm assuming you moved over.
Yeah, I
and
moved
picked it
over
up.
and picked it up.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gone. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing the good guys got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do I notice anything when I pick this thing up?
No, not. I mean,
Feels good to me, right?
staff, and it's got this adamantine claw at the top.
Yeah, I like this thing.
I
Could get
mean,
used to
it's
this.
clearly a fine piece of craftsmanship.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
Yeah.
you
Well,
don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'll hold it for a while and something will occur to me.
Okay. Yeah.
You never know.
Think back in an hour. Got it.
Yeah. This thing in the well over here.
Yeah.
I hit it some, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
taking damage.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, I would prefer if it would make a wisdom saving throw.
For whom the bell
Mhm.
tolls.
Yeah, I don't know. There's this ringing around its head. I don't know where it's coming from.
After time.
Very morbid bell sounds.
Oh wait, we already established I'm not very wise.
Good.
Alright. But I am
Not wise enough.
Nope.
So 19 necrotic damage.
$19.
Mhm.
My 18 didn't make it. Felt like it should
No, it
have.
didn't. It's close.
Yeah.
It was close. Very close.
Oh, and I guess I can do this too.
So before we cast actually the spell, is that a cantrip?
Yeah, it is.
But it's an action, right?
Yeah.
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 But
I
his
think that, like,
invisibility is greater.
Not greater invisibility. Greater invisibility stays till it's
but
gone.
an action is to pick up the staff.
Greater invisibility doesn't break for anything.
No, he's talking about like so you're taking two actions.
Oh, to pick up the
Picking up
staff.
picking up item is an action.
Oh, okay.
And then
Action?
Yes, it is.
All right. So I guess I just pick the thing up then, and 1, 2, 3. All
No.
So bonus action, stabby this guy with the spiritual dagger.
okay. You'll probably hit.
28.
Yeah.
Okay. I assumed as much, but so that thing right there takes 13 force damage as this dagger zips over and plunges into this brood guard.
It does. It plunges well. All right.
Yep. That's that. My turn.
That is that.
I did some sleight of hand on the staff. I do magic. I do birthday parties, bar mitzvahs.
I mean, a lot of targets in here, but there's only one that's beating the shit out of the boss right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
The boss. I'm the boss.
Yeah, but you're not here. You're invisible. Nobody
I
can
know.
see you.
I'm invisible boss. Undercover
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah. So there we go. These guys and these guys. So these 2, 4, 6, 8. These 12 shots are all coming to Wigbit.
Oh.
Wait, do I have advantage on these shots?
Every one of them, yep.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez. That's gonna slow things down. I was just gonna roll 12 dice, but now I gotta roll them with all advantage. How can I roll 12 dice with advantage?
24 and look at every
Just
other
roll
one.
24 like every other one?
Yeah.
That seems like that would be a little laborious.
It would.
You could
First
roll
shot.
12 and see which ones hit on the first, and then
Second shot.
the one hit.
There. Y'all just keep track for me. Third shot. Fourth shot. That guy's fired. Fifth shot.
No.
I'm just rolling dice here, y'all.
Oh well.
Just rolling dice. Because roll 20's broken.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
That 8?
Maybe you just need to fire your Malazans.
Oh, the 2.
Oh, that's a crit.
Yep.
Oh, where am I at? I lost count. Was that 9?
Let's see.
Uh,
1,
more
2,
than
3,
9.
4,
10.
5, 6, 7. Yep, that was 10.
10?
Two
One
more.
more.
All these arrows are hitting each other in the air.
Yep.
What's the number?
18?
The one hit and one crit out of that whole batch.
Out of 12 shots against
Heck yeah.
Barbarian.
What do you get?
That was some really
Yeah.
low rolling,
2 for 12?
Yeah.
Johnny. Thanks.
I
Appreciate
felt
it.
like that was perfect.
2 for 12 with an advantage.
Yeah.
Hey, don't judge
So
me.
yeah, I guess 2 for 24.
You take 8
Not a good percentage.
or
Yeah.
4.
Yep.
4
Watch
temporary
this
hit
crit.
points. Okay.
Watch this crit roll right here.
Love it.
Watch this crit roll right here.
Or
Boom. Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
magic
right.
number.
Boom.
Oh, that's not a magic number. Sorry.
Not even close. There's no magic about that whatsoever.
I thought that almost
I
got
don't
me.
know. I think that all
Temporary
those
hit
arrows
points.
missing him was pretty magical.
Well, the only way they could like not hit him, but also not hit anything else in this area was they had to have definitely hit each other in the air. So
Yeah.
that is the thing that happened. Yeah. This guy at the top will shoot Grim because Grim is right there, and
Yeah,
we don't
he
really know
should.
who else to shoot at this point. Because
Because, I guess the first one misses.
I selected 4 dice instead of add +4, so just take the first one and add 4.
Well, then no again.
15.
No.
How about 44? Does 44 hit?
No.
God dang it.
But there's like a middle range. If you go too high, you also miss.
Oh.
It's like an overthrow.
Right.
fair.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. Do it out of range. Yeah, that's fair. All right. So in that moment, arrows just like light up this room and they fly everywhere. And for the most part,
They're
there's
all
a bunch
wasted.
of arrows on the floor now. Yeah.
They light up the room. They don't light up anyone in it.
Right.
I mean,
Grim just shakes his head in disappointment.
they also shake their head. in
Yeah.
disappointment.
And Graham just turns to the one that shot at him and just shame. And then he goes to each, shame to each of them.
All right. Farron.
All right.
5 minutes. Here, go. You got 2 brood guards around you.
I see that. So I had a question. Are these blocks? Are these walls?
No.
Where?
This is open space.
Are you talking about where are you talking?
So right here, it looks
He's-
like the
he's
wall
asking
goes
if-
in, and
So-
Is
the
that a pillar?
Okay, so this if it's not connected to the stairs, it is a wall. That's where I had the dynamic lighting before, but I took it off so you could see the whole map.
So
But
this
right here in front of the stairs is not. That's just open space
Okay.
because the stairs lead up into this like floor that has 4 openings, and there's walls on the rest of them.
All right. It's not perfect, but it'll do.
What, earthquake?
No.
Cool. Mudslide right here. Just make all that mud and have everything fall down. Bring no
Up
whole temple.
already. This line tool's a pain. All right. Let's try this again. Polyline.
I know what's
Fair.
happening. It's great.
To there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There. It is great, isn't it?
Are we seeing?
It hasn't shown up.
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything?
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Oh,
there. Not
Now I see a thing.
almost great.
almost great.
It's fine.
It's the best I could do.
No, I mean it's fine.
Having a wall of fires.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is a wall of fire.
that was a wall of fire.
It's pointing outward.
It is pointing outward. Pointing outward? Outward. Okay.
Lots of things are getting unfired.
So I make saving throws now? Yes. The wall appears each creature within its area must make a dex saving throw.
Right now, that's just our bitey friend.
Only this guy here is in this
Big
area.
guy.
And then
Big
everybody
guy.
else,
Everybody else just
start their
gets
turn.
damage. I didn't know if he counts as being in the area or not.
Oh, he does. He's got a square in it.
All right.
He's technically got 2 squares in it.
I should have just had it run through Uffless. That's what he would have done.
It's just fire.
Fire
Right.
doesn't kill anybody. It's the spores afterward.
They've been alright. I mean,
But that's not what good guys do.
Morzel's giving us like 1,000 temporary hit points, so we're fine.
True,
I'm-
actually.
Yeah, I should be tracking how much
How much damage
healing
we've actually
I
taken.
do with these hit points. Yeah.
Anti-damage.
Telling you, I'm counting all these as kills. You're just immediately raising them.
Yep.
I rolled a. Nope, I
Nope.
didn't roll 13.
Nope,
Apparently, I rolled two 11s. It's
15.
better when I rolled 2
You rolled
11 and
15.
13, but it's fine. I guess 15 is not your number.
It is under it though.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad I can help you out. Take.
Yep, 17. So you take 68 damage.
68.
68. Yep, 68 damage.
68 damage. Plus.
25 damage.
25 the fires. It affects him a little bit.
Hey, you got over 50% on that roll.
Thanks.
I'm impressed.
I was impressed. Yeah. It was carried most about the first dice.
No ones.
No ones.
All right, so now we have fire burning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Towards the outside.
Oh, and now it's starting its turn? Are you done, Farron?
I'm finished. Yeah.
It starts its turn.
They start with.
Are you
Now take 5d8.
are you topped up on temporary hit points, Farron?
I got 17. Are you feeling
Let's
lucky?
see if we can do better.
Hey,
Nope. Still
Baron,
17.
this guy takes damage too. He's got to make a dex save.
He's
No, he
not
doesn't have to
in
make
the
a dex
wall.
save. He just gets to take damage.
At the beginning of his turn, he'll just take damage
Within
for
10 feet,
being
right?
stupid.
Yeah.
Standing there.
Yep.
Wow. Look at that.
He takes 32 damage for starting his turn.
Wow. That was like a passing grade here in North Carolina on that one.
You take the same damage. When it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
Oh, it ends its turn within 10 feet.
Oh, I thought it was start.
Not start.
Yeah. So when it enters the wall for the first time or ends its turn there.
Well, if it's dumb enough to still be there, it'll take 32.
Right.
Right.
That will be so 32 will be I mean that seems like a lot. I probably
It doesn't
shouldn't
know that.
Don't be there.
No, it doesn't know that, but it does know there's a big wall of fire that's trying to
Yeah.
kill
Right.
it right.
How do you
it's
get
just-
to a wall
just
of fire?
trying to-
The wall,
yeah,
The
go
wall of
close
fire
to
doesn't
it.
try to kill anybody. It just exists.
It
right?
just exists, man.
It doesn't have
It's
wands,
just trying to keep him warm.
right?
Yeah.
If he stays there, he'll stay warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably shouldn't. Let's see. All right. So it is going to burn. Unless it either moves away or if it moves through the fire. That's what we're saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah, because it's already in the wall. So it could move. If it can move through, then it would move through and fine.
Right. Well, I guess it does need to move through. Can it move through? You can move that way.
Well, actually, it creates a solid surface within range. That's weird.
The
Because you
wall
can
is
move through it.
the wall is opaque and
I
lasts for
think
the
that
duration.
that only means opaque. I don't think that
Yeah.
means like blot. Like,
Right, because a creature can move through it to take the damage. So
because that's the whole cool thing of Wall of Stone is that it's stone.
right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it
you
is
can
a burning stone. It's just
Yeah, this isn't like a stone wall with fire shooting out one side.
that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
All right, somebody get Wall of Stone. We'll tag team this.
So can it move through the spiritual tree that's hanging out right here? Is the spiritual tree still there?
Oh,
It's-
that's not concentration. I don't think.
It's not
No,
concentration.
they're not concentration spells. They just
Yeah.
stay.
It's just it's there.
Is it
until I die.
occupying a space?
So it is
I don't think spiritual weapons occupy space.
I don't think they do either.
no. Nope.
Sadly.
So probably the
Yeah,
direction.
it's spectral, so you can move through it without penalty.
Okay. It's gonna move through the wall since it's already on fire right now. Move there, 5, 10. Let me know when things happen. Oh, sorry, Mike. I
Oh,
broke the
wall's
wall.
moving. Ah, the wall moved with it.
Wall-
Can't
wall-
escape the
yeah.
wall of fire.
15. No, I'm
That's
out
gonna
of the
suck
wall
for
of fire.
some of us.
Yeah, it
No,
just plows through the room.
Yep.
Torching
Like a
everyone.
rolling wall of fire.
Like, what does your wall of fire do? My wall of fire travels.
It just sweeps the landscape, burning everything in its path.
So it moves there, and then it actually is going to attempt to do this first, which is from there, a gasping spout of acidic water lashes out at Wigbit. So Wigbit, make a strength saving throw.
wrong guy.
Right now is a pretty good save for Wigbit, but you know.
I think it's 21. Do I get the +2 right now? Can't remember how that works. Advantage on strength and +2 damage. So yeah, just 19.
But 19 is good enough. So the spout still hits you, and it's trying to pull you away from Raloon, but you are not impressed by it. So
Like I
you're
said,
gonna
get some
actually still
acid
take.
on me.
Yeah. You take half of whatever this ends up being, which the dice are stacked on top of each other.
24.
So you take 12. Then it fell. 12 acid damage. I guess for you, not 12 acid damage. But
You got through my temporary hit points.
yes, that's another kill.
Wow.
Well, you were supposed to come. You were supposed to come over here, but you didn't. So now I'm gonna have to come to you. It'll move here, which Morzo, you are invisible,
Yep.
and I didn't know you were invisible, so I moved away from you. So
Oh,
I'd like to take an OA. That is up to you.
neat.
And actually, oh no, not Olma, just you.
I bet that I would like to take an OA.
Especially because can't warcasters
I-
cast cantrips as
I'm pretty sure they can.
You can
Further
cast.
away.
You can cast any single action, single target spell.
Reaction to cast a spell at a creature rather than making an OA. One action and must target only that creature. Okay.
Right, so you can't cast like fireball or something like that. It has to be a single target.
Yeah.
that'd be an amazing OA though.
Fireball OA.
Yes, it would.
But you can cast Disintegrate as an OA.
Yeah,
Any
because
single
it's
target spell you want.
target.
Wow.
Well, that's gross.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Warcaster's a lot more powerful than I thought.
Warcaster is pretty cool.
I never play casters anymore.
Yep.
Wow.
That's why. Yeah, that's why wizards, like high level wizards with Warcaster, can do some nasty things if people get into close combat.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just do this cantrip anyway because it's cool.
I didn't give that full caster.
Yeah.
I would like you to make a wisdom save, please.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
you failed it.
No,
then,
I'm right. I
okay.
mean, no, I'm not gonna make it. No,
Oh.
I'm not gonna make it. But no, I don't want to have to roll.
Bong, bells.
How about if I add those two?
Still doesn't make it.
Yeah, still
So
doesn't make
20 necrotic damage for you,
Ow.
Wasterlith.
No.
Yeah, I don't know where these bells came from. Real weird.
If I could find you, I would kill you.
I know. I'm not gonna let you find me.
I would decapitate you first. All right, well then that's the thing that happened.
Yep.
And now that I've so we'll move there. We gotta get Wigwit's attention.
Yeah, you got all the advantage.
Yeah.
I do have all the advantage. We're gonna take all the advantage. Because if I roll a 20 on this die roll, that's gonna be a big number. We're gonna try to eat you, Wigbit. Here we go. Chomp. Damn it. 26.
It's
Alright. Let's get your attention. Didn't really get your attention. There you go.
felt it.
26, or in your world, 13. So chomp. And then it brings around.
Back to bloodied.
Hey! Another kill. Claw. I forgot to roll the advantage.
You're just gonna say you killed something every time you do damage. This is getting out of control.
Listen, Josh. We have standards.
I killed one of your hit points. Yay! Kill.
That's a win.
Says the cleric who's still alive and isn't healing.
Look, I'm getting to it, okay?
He's preemptive healing.
Yes, I
Don't
have.
lie.
Look, I've.
Josh,
First of all.
it's been a long couple weeks, all right? I
Okay.
take what I can get.
Okay.
All right?
Yep. I've done a lot of healing, okay? A lot.
No, you haven't.
I have done so much healing.
You did 70
My healing looks
I
a
know
little
exactly
different
how much you did.
than other people's, but it's still healing. But I
That's
have.
about
So the
20. What's the difference? between
right claw did 24. 12 from that one. And then the left claw actually reaches out for Farron because we didn't like that whole wall of fire thing. I only rolled a
That
14.
still hits him, doesn't it?
That's a hit.
I so love the Farron's armor class because it doesn't come up much, but when it does, it's like, oh, I only rolled a 14. Yeah, that's still it.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, right.
the Farron's back to starting gear.
Oh, it wasn't very good. So 15, as it like just kind of reaches over and like it slaps you, is what it does for 15 slashing damage.
That's a lot of damage for a slap.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't great.
I think it was a very good job.
All right, and the brood guards now. So this one over here started his turn within the wall or within 10 feet, right? So it takes 32 damage. Is that what we just decided?
Only if it's in the wall when it starts.
When it enters the wall, then it'll take 32.
Right, because it would have already taken the damage.
Oh,
if
if it
was in the
ends its
wall.
turn. That's right. That's right. Oh, I don't want to burn. That seems counterproductive. All right. Well, are they burning when they move beside the wall?
Not that side.
Do they know it? Okay. Well, that one's gonna move there so it can get some combat advantage. I guess it could still get combat advantage even from here, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The other one can't. There's a lot of All right. So let's do this. All right. So this one will hit the Farron. Well, it might hit the Farron. It might miss.
Oh, it's gonna hit.
How many times will I hit?
How many times can it attack?
Well, here's the bite.
Oh,
Hits.
That seems to have hit.
That would have hit anyone.
And there's the claw.
Hit.
And here's the other claw.
That would have hit anyone. That one missed me.
Did I miss? I
Mhm.
actually missed.
Not even close.
Aim. The
Uh,
bite did 13 piercing damage. And then the one claw that hit did a whole 3 damage.
Not great.
And then the other one's gonna hit you too, because you're there and you're an enemy. So
Should be able to drop me.
another kill coming. Cool. And since it doesn't actually have advantage, it will go reckless.
Nice.
Jeez.
oh.
Probably actually where Wigbit learned it was from watching these dudes.
Yeah, I think I've thought about that a little bit too before. Yeah. So it bites you.
Yep.
Yep. Then it claws you,
Yep.
and then it claws you. Oh.
Yep.
Someone's down.
That
Me.
one. Was you talking about the Farron?
The bite is 7. The first claw is 3.
Come on, low dice, low dice.
And then the second
got a chance.
claw, which is the crit,
Do it. Oh no.
10. So that's 20 altogether.
Awful close. Oh, he's got
He's still up!
Right.
There's a lot of Farron in the abyss.
Yeah.
Yeah, more ways than one, right? All right, so. And then this one's going to go reckless against Oma.
Oh,
You're there,
he is there. Yep.
and you keep causing this dagger to plunge into me.
Yep. She's got that magic dagger. It's real weird.
I mean, gotta be her.
Yep. Yeah, you got her twice.
I'm gonna hit her a third time just for
Okay.
fun.
You did not.
No,
hit
I'm
her
not.
3
I'm
times.
just kidding. I
got
meant
her
I was
twice.
just gonna hit her.
Like I said.
That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry. I get confused sometimes. That's 7.
Okay. Will you get through the temporary hit points? No, not quite.
So they're chomping and biting their way through. This is gonna come up. We're gonna flank this half-orc dude. Well, we don't need to flank. Why am I flanking? I'm just gonna go reckless.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We'll flank anyway, just for fun. But they're still going reckless because they're barbarians.
Getting angry.
Here we go. Fight. 16. 16 hits.
9 doesn't. Even though it looked like it was supposed to be better. 19 does.
Oh yeah, I read 22. So 2 hits. So bite and a claw. Go ahead and roll the other one real quick.
Yeah, do the other one. Because you can roll it all together. I'm not Wigbit.
That's a big old miss. 16.
3 hits.
And
All right, you get 4 hits.
so 3 claws and a bite.
Yeah.
All right. So the bite is for 5.
Okay.
And then 3 claws are each. So it's those be all that together to
Nice. You got through the temporary hit points.
win.
No, I'm proud of you. That was good.
Another kill. And I'm racking them up tonight. I don't know what this brute guard is doing. It's
Go through the walls. I mean, it's angry, right? It's going to go through the wall.
I mean, it's not dumb.
Make some attack. Well, I mean, is it?
Oh, it actually is pretty dumb. Wow.
Might just run through the fire.
It's
Ooh.
not that dumb. Oh, it's dumb.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
even like an animal knows to not run into fire.
That's true. Yeah,
Like
I mean that's
animal
where
level
we're at.
intelligence.
We're pretty animal
But what
intelligent.
about a raging animal,
Yeah, I might run through fire.
right?
So
Yeah.
you can take it. I don't.
And you're more intelligent than a brood guard.
We're gonna run around because we'll move to here. Actually, we'll just move to here, but then that's where we'll move. But he just ran around the fire.
That one square.
At 1 square. That's right. It cost it. Important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Oma and Evelyn.
Oh, Oma. I guess we'll just take some swings at this brood guard.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Might as well.
It's great sword at
Yeah.
21.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
14 slashing. And 20. Or
You want to re-roll that
yep,
2 in there?
we got to roll. Instead of a 2, it's a whoops. 9 slashing. 14 and 9.
23 slashing. Did this one in
That
front of
guy.
me?
Yep.
Ooh, big number. These guys. Yeah, that one's still there.
cool.
Actually, did you take your attacks with advantage?
I did.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Well,
Come on, Evelyn, save the day.
I mean,
Fireball.
well.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you put that. Right now.
Me every time I do that.
Only when it kills us.
I try to help my friends, but every time I do, they just get mad at me.
Only set him on fire a little bit.
A little bit. I can't help it. The spores exploded. It wasn't my fault. Is there a? I know there's a way you can give. If you you can give someone a saving throw. Can you give someone a death saving throw? Can you give someone a?
Saving throw is a saving throw.
Grant a saving
But
throw.
that's like the aid action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to grant someone a saving throw.
Yeah.
But that's just is that like an immediate like that's like if Ephesus did that for Zariel, he would roll immediately type thing.
Or is it your next?
Yeah, I don't know. So I want to look at.
Yeah, we never use it.
No.
I think it's an immediate saving throw.
Are you
That's
talking?
Like
Are you talking
using
about the spell?
No, like
The combat action aid.
yeah.
I think it's
Are you talking
skill,
about-
not save.
Gains advantage on the next ability check to perform.
Right.
No.
Which is not a save.
Not a
You're
save.
talking about help, right? That's the new help, not aid.
Oh, is that
Aid
what that
a
is?
Spell.
How does help work? Oh, help is what you just said. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They either provide advantage on an attack or advantage on a skill check.
Right, and you forgo your action.
Right. No, you can't help them. Light something up.
You can stabilize with medicine check, right?
Ah, he'll be fine. He'll wake up.
Yeah.
I want to get him up now.
That 20's coming.
Right, yeah. You're not getting me up now unless you got a healing
Oh.
potion.
Yeah, I don't have waiting. I don't have one of those.
Like, I can get him up. It's just not time yet.
Right.
He's
It
not.
wouldn't be epic enough.
He's not dead enough yet.
Not dire.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not dead enough yet. Once
He's
he's a
not dead
little
enough.
more like
Yeah.
actually dead, I'll get him up.
Yeah, he has to be a little more dead.
Because you're good at healing.
I am, but I'm not gonna waste it.
No.
Like if he rolls a 20 and pops up, then I
Why
didn't
would
need to
it-
heal
right.
him.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no good place to put the fireball.
Yeah, don't. Not. This room's too small.
I can't.
Got to do something else.
We're too
I can't
staggered out.
see you though.
Oh, that's
I mean,
true.
This
You
is not
can't
a
see.
That's true. He doesn't
Not a-
know you're there.
not a bad spot.
I
It's
will.
actually not a bad spot.
I will kill you.
No, you're there. You went in his
I
hole.
will. I will. When I become visible after I get hit with this fire, which actually won't happen. I'll just be invisible and then I'll kill you. But you don't know that, so go ahead and do it.
No, that you're right.
Ephelis just starts taking damage from somewhere.
Trying to see.
Yeah, this bell just starts ringing around Ephelis'
Trying
head.
to
It's
see.
really weird.
I mean, right? Well,
Yeah,
There?
I mean,
I guess
you can get from here,
yeah,
there to there.
that'd be a pretty good
One.
fireball, wouldn't it?
That's 5.
Pretty good fireball.
5 enemies.
5.
Oh, are there more? Oh, no. Nobody else was range. That'll be 5 enemies and 1 spiritual dagger.
That doesn't take damage.
Right.
Yeah, just weigh my options here. I mean, I don't have actually many other options at all. So,
Yeah, please don't try to hit the thing next to you. We've seen him attack with melee. It's not great.
No, it's
oh, he can do it.
He can do it.
I mean, all right. I mean, I guess I don't know what else he would do. Yeah, I wouldn't let him get a long rest earlier, so he can get his spells back.
We're not the GMs.
Grum was trying to help him get a long rest.
Right.
Rowan was too, and then he,
Then this
Yeah, he
Mala
was.
Diaz just came out of nowhere with like 5 minutes left in the rest.
Yeah.
no, there's more than 5 minutes. There's
I know.
3 hours.
Felt like 5 minutes left.
And then we almost killed it.
Oh, man, yeah.
Actually, I have one more of these, so we'll use this first. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna try it. Not gonna make it safe.
No, you can do it. You got this.
Oh, it doesn't save versus this very well. All right, charisma save. It does have advantage. It'll probably roll 20. Oh, it didn't
Okay.
make it. It finally worked.
You did
Oh my
something.
God.
You did a thing.
Finally worked.
I don't know what you did.
Dominate monster. Dominate
Ooh.
monster.
All
would be
right,
purple.
so-
Did he banish it?
It did.
Ah,
he finally
he
got
banished
banished
it.
to work. So it, like, yeah, and this thing, be gone. And this thing, yeah, this here's.
That's great.
Very helpful.
Very good.
Actually, he says, Wigbit, kill him! Hurry up!
You have a minute.
That's right.
Is that monster from here?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I mean, it's
But at least we've got a minute, hopefully,
Yeah.
of it
We've
not.
got a minute to win it.
Right.
in a minute. D&D time is like 3 episodes, so you're fine.
Right.
This is true.
So the mummy thing, which y'all really can't see because there's this wall of fire. Something, and
Uh-oh.
It's 11:30, so we can't hear Johnny anymore.
Yeah, it's early, Johnny.
Yeah.
Can't cut out yet.
You're operating ahead of schedule.
did I go out?
The mummy did something, but it doesn't matter because you can't see it anyway.
Went out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut out.
You're back.
You're back.
Am I going?
No, you're
I
here.
here?
We
You're
just didn't
here.
hear what you said about the mummy, except that it's doing
I'm here.
something, and we can't see it. So it doesn't matter.
That's perfect. Actually.
Yeah, we didn't see what happened.
Yeah.
These tentacles are getting fried whenever their turn comes up.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of their turn.
Not a good time to
Actually,
come out of
all
the
the-
well.
All the snakes in here are getting killed.
Actually, it plows through the fire.
It,
So how much does it take when it plows through the fire?
32 fire damage.
It takes its 32 fire damage as it plows through the fire. I guess it still is in fire.
Doesn't seem to be on fire.
So it will. I mean, it's on fire. I
I
guess
mean, it's in the fire. That's good.
it's in the fire. Yeah, it's in the fire. It's gonna move there, and then it when it gets through, it sees Wigbit there, and it starts to just wail at Wigbit with its fist. So it's gonna take its swings. So it's first. Okay, well, it's on fire, so
Oh,
clearly that's
yeah.
why that one didn't work.
Right.
That
It's
was,
hard when you're on
righty
fire.
never work. Righty doesn't work when it's on fire.
There you
But
go.
lefty rolled a 28. So like 28. 28's a lot better. So it comes down on you with
Yeah, I mean, technically, Wigbit's real exposed right now.
Oh. So that was the first. That would have been the first attack.
That was
Well,
the-
Yeah, because you're raging or you're reckless.
Yeah, it was.
all right.
Once
So that
upon
was
a
on
So
the
you
time.
first attack.
31. You take 31 force damage from right fist.
Ouch.
I guess it's half for you. And then I guess I'll take my left fist because you're super exposed, which is an 18.
That's the number.
I didn't know if the shield was out or not.
It's not, no.
Oh,
We're here for damage.
Yeah.
you are. And the left fist comes around for another 23 force damage. So, half.
Hard hitting critters.
Failing.
I didn't really catch
I guess
that.
it did something. That's all right. Don't worry, Wigbit. You'll be fine. Uh-oh.
For Mr. Roboto.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Wait a minute.
Go. Mm.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
it might take it again.
Yeah, it
Because
does.
it ends its
Yeah.
turn there. Yeah.
Yep.
First time it enters or ends its turn there. It shows and.
I'll do both. I like fire.
Yeah, I'm a mummy monster.
I'm a big dumb mummy.
23 more fire damage to it. Is it one of those fire 11 mummies?
It must be. Maybe it's healing.
Got
It's
that
monastery. We were
construct
taught
tag.
that mummies didn't like fire.
Yeah,
Like, don't burn the mummies. They're really flammable.
right? Apparently not this one.
Loves it.
Loves the fire.
Loves it.
Wait, it's
Oh.
on
Huh?
fire.
I think
I
it's
think
on fire.
Johnny's saying how much it loves the fire.
Or it's on fire.
It's in fire.
It's in fire.
Yeah.
Fuego.
Yep.
There you go. It is on fire.
It's on
Okay,
fire.
I'm going.
Rem.
All right.
Hey.
Well, I'm going to move here 5, and then you're going to get a couple of OAs as I move away.
Did.
Oh, I see Johnny actually moving. Johnny, you get 2 OAs as I move away.
With advantage.
No advantage because I'm moving from here
With
to there.
advantage.
No, because you can't do reckless off your turn. But you'll still hit with that one. And you'll still hit with that one. Worth it. All right. 5, 10, 20.
Did I get through the temporary HP?
Oh, yeah, that was already gone.
Hey.
25, 30, 35. So we'll move there using our bonus action to get the double move. And then we're going to stab into our good friend Raloon.
Oh.
The 18 hit.
Yeah.
21 magic piercing.
Yeah.
Then, you know what?
Can I save you the trouble?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Oh,
I mean, if you'd like to pile more damage on him, but you don't really need to.
No, I mean, I was going to kick him into the fire, but if he's just going to die at the end of my break, that seems fine.
It seemed like he wanted to say something in his death throes, but then like
Through the
he
neck.
just couldn't. Yeah, he
Right.
just
Can't
it was
talk
almost like
out of the voice box.
right. It was almost like the connection between him and you got lost. It was like
Well, then
yeah.
we'll go ahead and sidestep here.
Yeah.
Because there's a big thing. 13 magic piercing. I'm assuming 22 hit.
13 magic.
Actually, 35, 40, 45, 50. That guy will get an OA again without advantage. So moving from here to there. So this brood guard gets an OA. That is the number.
It's the only time I can hit you is on OAs apparently tonight. So
I'm okay with that.
hey, I'm maxed out.
There you go.
10 damage.
Well worth it. All right, I am there.
You're over there? Okay.
I felt a little self right there. You took an opportunity attack damage. You ran through. You killed something. Then you ran
Yep.
through. Took more damage.
Now
Yeah.
I got max temp HP back. Thank
Yep.
you.
Welcome.
Now you got. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Raloon died. That was the thing that happened.
That is the thing that happened.
Yeah. So
Firewall.
The tentacles try and go through the firewall.
no, they just burn. They just burn. I mean, they tried
It's all
to.
dead.
They just they. It's like cauterizing a wound. You know, severs it right off. So
Cauterize the layer.
Not so
cauterize the layer. Wiglet.
Graham purposely moved there.
Yeah. All right. I'll be tactical. If we're sticking
Yeah.
around and doing this. So I'll step over. I'll step on him.
I'm gonna move. Yeah, and I'm gonna move by the way on the screen just so we can see you. But yeah,
And
you're standing on his neck.
yep. Use that for extra leverage in these attacks.
Good to have something to push off of.
Yeah.
19 hits, I assume. Oh.
Yep.
15 piercing to this thing. Why it's here. 22 to hit.
Yep.
9 bludgeoning.
Mhm.
30 to hit. 13 piercing.
I love that when
Yeah.
you roll a 1, you still do 13 damage. Oh, it
Because
was
he
a
actually
4.
rolled a
It was actually a 4.
yeah,
Okay.
but still
Was it?
4 to 13 solid.
That's a good plus.
Yeah, it is. And magic weapons help.
Being strong
Sure.
helps too.
And I was really excited to end my turn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Temporary hit points.
28 hit points would be nice.
There you go.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, Zario.
Here
Stand
we
up.
go.
There it is.
Yep,
It's
see?
a
See a
20.
20.
Oh no, it's 16.
That's
Close.
pretty good.
Oh, it's farther
surviving.
than the last one.
Yeah. Look, another turn where I don't need to heal you yet. That's great.
Right.
I don't know. He's pretty close to that fire.
Fire's on the other side. It's fine.
Yeah.
As long as that wall doesn't start moving, we're good.
Yep. Or if somebody steps across, I'm gone.
Nah.
Thanks, Josh.
There's no one over there. I don't see anybody on the other side of the wall.
That guy?
Well,
All
he's
he has
gonna-
to do is step over
Oh.
and crunch me.
yeah, he's distracted.
he's busy.
And he's enjoying the warmth.
Yeah.
Did this guy end his turn within 2 of the wall?
They're starting their turns now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Malazans and Morazel.
So, yeah, there was like this, I don't know, very brief, like, little flicker where it seems like maybe the dim light's gonna go out, but it doesn't. We'll just make sure because that was gonna end, but not anymore.
Wait, if we made it a full minute?
Yeah, that was it.
Wow.
There we go.
Epic fight.
Zero turns.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, when you kill a Molly Diaz to start the fight, then yeah.
So I'm
it's a
holding
big
up my
fight.
holy symbol. No one can see it, but you
No
know,
one can see it, right?
I
You're
am.
invisible. Yeah.
I am holding up my holy symbol. And then Wigbit. I think this happens to Wigbit. Yeah, so if you would like to attack Wigbit, then I hope you're smart enough to do it. So Wigbit has a ward around him for the next minute.
Okay.
So gotta make a wisdom save if you want to attack him.
If something chooses to. Okay, got it.
Yep.
You can hit the Farron with that instead if you want.
Yeah.
You know,
He's about to die.
I thought about it, but one of you is more important to keep on your feet right now.
That is,
He's next.
that's
Look,
how some people think.
I've observed this fight for a little while, and you are very good at taking a lot of hits and staying on your
Yep.
feet
Dealing a lot of hits.
and dealing a lot of hits. You're hitting a lot of things.
The Farron literally just like is doing this.
Yeah, I don't know what he's even doing. He's looking for his staff. But you're actually killing things, which is great. So
I think the Farron's very quietly doing a lot of damage.
Yes, he is.
I don't know. I don't see anything much going on over there. But that
Gotta
Wigbit
be-
guy,
I would agree Wigbit has taken a lot of damage.
yes.
Yes.
A lot more than he should be able to.
Yeah.
The Farron took a lot too.
Yeah, well, you know.
Zahariel took a lot of damage.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
I did.
All right,
Um,
Mallies. Or you? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, wait, I just making sure that's the right. Is that what I wanted? Was that the right thing? I thought that spell did something else. What is the spell I was actually thinking that I was doing? It wasn't that one. Is that
Different
what
bonus action.
You've already done everything. Your
Yeah,
turn,
no, I
David.
was just looking at. I guess that was the spell I meant to do. What was the other one? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'm just gonna give myself some temporary. No, I'm full. Never mind. I'm just gonna be like not there because there's a bunch of guys around there, and if they bump into me or something, I don't really want to be there. Yeah. Okay. I'm good. I gotta figure out what this other spell is. that spell is super cool. That's not the one I'm doing.
Arrows are whizzing by.
This is-
Oh wait. Okay, so we'll say those are those arrows because this one doesn't have arrows anymore. This one will.
Oh,
move
are
up.
some of them running out of arrows?
Well, that one had dropped its bow when it was trying to slice and dice, so now it's moved up. So
Hmm.
those were arrows fired from over here to the right. This one will run up and try to bite. Yeah, biting. You know what? The sword ain't working. Let's go to the bite. So we'll try to bite Alma here. Is 18 the number for Alma? I think
Yeah,
it
that
is.
was 17, I think. Yeah,
17. That's bite
Uh-huh.
for it is 4 piercing and 8. Oh, 9, because apparently it's not 8. 9 poison damage.
Okay. Well, still got some THP. That's good.
All right. Biting our way through it.
Yep.
And those missed. We will shoot from over here. No, we won't. Let's try again. The 17 hit Grim?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys shot from behind.
Okay.
Rude.
Temp HP.
I mean, I know. Ooh, maxed out. Should be 10, not 8.
Okay.
10.
Got it.
Not that it matters, but 10. Yeah.
It matters.
Does it?
It could. Grim's got to get to the end of his next turn to heal up, and obviously he's taking a bunch of OAs just running around.
Baron,
Yeah.
your turn.
All right. Baron has red glow come over him. And seeing that he's not in a really good location, gonna walk here and get an OA from this guy.
Hmm.
Okay. I will try to hit you.
Seems like the right choice.
14.
All right, he hit me.
Yeah.
So he takes 25 damage.
Well, you take 8.
All right.
How you like that? So the guy on the end, is that the one? Yeah,
Yeah.
so you took 20. What kind of damage is it?
Fire.
All right.
Fire damage.
Okay.
Move right there.
You get another OA. Lucky day.
I love it.
Oh,
Well, I rolled a
You
1.
suck in a very special sort of way. All right.
He saw what happened to his buddy. He's like, I don't think I want to do that.
I'm not gonna get that third one. That's just a terrible idea, isn't it?
I
Well,
mean,
he's
if
already-
you move here,
He's already
Hmm?
taken an OA.
Yeah, that's true.
This
right? You
turn.
don't have to take the OA from the.
Yeah, I don't want to take it from him.
No. He
Fair.
won't miss and he'll hit hard.
Yep.
What?
But you get one more OA.
Well,
So
but
one more away from this guy right here.
didn't he already
Okay.
take his OA against Graham?
Oh, he did.
He did.
Oh,
Good
That
point.
is correct.
so I'll just stay here and keep this mummy from being able to move where it wants to.
You were one further to the left.
If you want to be. Oh, yeah, I guess you'd have to be because. With OAs, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll keep the mummy from.
So if we go here, then we can keep him, because if we can keep him corralled so he keeps on eating fire damage,
That'd be good.
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Evelyn, just step up.
Yeah. But really,
yeah, he'll be fine.
Ephlis needs to step up.
He's got hit points.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
All right. I watched the turn is come and gone. Make sure it's not a save. It's not. Okay.
Nope.
Yep. Let's make sure. So, rude guards. All right. Well, you ran away, so we're gonna eat Oma then.
Sorry, Oma.
Left her to die.
Yep.
A lot of attacks.
Yeah.
Well. All right, Oma. Hit.
Yep.
Hit. Hit. I'll roll the damage first. 'Cause I don't know if Oma's still gonna be up or not. Oh wait, we got a lot of temporary hit points.
She's
Don't
got
look.
some left still.
Some left.
Yeah.
Alright, let's roll the damage and see what happens. The bite was 10. Good
Okay,
start.
So that's on. Cool.
And then the 2 claws that both hit is gonna be a total of 10.
Okay.
20 more.
All right.
Almost still there.
Yep.
Then the second one, I'm gonna try to repeat the performance. 19. 19. Now the dice are rolling. I mean, advantages help.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep. They work well when you're trying to kill your own people. Definitely.
Look at that.
Oh.
I bit you for 10.
Got one left.
And then the claw for another 4.
Ah, there she is. -3. Oh. Yes. Oh. Okay. Oh, he's doing math in the bubble. All right. She is down. Oh my.
1, 2.
R.I.P.
Only down for now.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure someone
More
will
low.
heal her.
Morzel can get her back.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Our healing cleric is unconscious.
I am a healing cleric.
You stop your filthy throne of lies.
I can heal a lot.
You healed
Cannon
70
Wheeler.
hit points.
Huh?
You healed 70 hit points, sir.
Ken and Will are different.
I
Right.
have healed. Let's see. Okay, if we average it out, let's say, how many of us?
Wait, we established that temporary hit points don't count.
No, they're healing. I've definitely. That's all healing. It is damage that did not go to your hit points. Therefore,
Back
Therefore,
the
it's not hit
stink up
points.
here. Back the stink up. Give Oma 20 more hit points.
why?
Because
Oh, Ephelis.
freaking Ephelis has a mission, and we can't let all these people die. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
she's up.
we're gonna absorb that 20, which means this one's gonna stay here and actually attack her,
And hit her
which
twice.
may still not matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'cause it
Ephelis
was
tried, though.
17, 16, 19, which would be 2 hits, right?
Okay.
A bite and a claw.
Yes.
Okay. So the claw did 6 to her,
Okay.
and then the bite does 7.
Still up.
She's still up.
She is still up.
Perfect.
Ephelis doesn't kill all of his party members.
Yeah, he
And then
saves the NPCs.
The important ones, right?
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, she's part of the
yeah.
prophecy.
the other broods are going to. God, there's a mess up here. We need to eat. God, there's so many. I don't like what the Farron just did because he made me glow with fire. So
It should run through the fire and escape.
Just based
All
on average rolls
Oh,
on my, I feel like I've healed about 1,000 hit points so far.
speaking of Farron, did
Total
we ever
across
catch
the party.
I thought we established that those aren't.
No, those are healing. Those are healing for sure.
Farron, did we ever catch these Malisons? They ended their turn in a bad
Oh,
place.
they're on fire.
they sure did, didn't they? They sure
Yeah,
did.
They
Just
did.
saying, let's welcome them.
They were dumb.
Burn
They thought they were far enough away.
Well, with Mike rolling, I mean, it was,
Yeah, there's only 3 ones out of the 6 dice. I mean,
Pretty good, actually.
It's less than 50%. All right.
Crazy.
14 out of a 48 possible damage. It's fine.
Yeah.
Miss Grim. Miss Grim. Hit Grim for an entire 6 slashing damage with claw.
Awesome.
And then these 2 are gonna. All right. Well, this one's gonna hit Farron definitely. So I don't know what happens when I hit Farron right now, but I'm gonna hit Farron.
Burn.
23, Farron.
You take 25.
Okay. Do you actually take damage as well?
I don't know.
Oh,
What are you,
all right.
what are you rolling?
Take 4 bite damage.
The fair exchange.
All right.
All right.
We can do that.
I don't know if this keeps going, but then the 14 on the claw.
All right,
Oh,
you take
keep going.
25
Does
Every
it take
time
25 every single time?
you choose
until I
to
use
hit
up
him.
my temporary hit points.
Right.
4 at a time is gonna take a lot of hits.
Until it has temporary hit points.
Yep.
Wow. Do I get the damage first or do I die first?
You have to do damage to take damage.
Yep.
That's
All
good.
right. There you go. Take your 5.
All right, and take your
And you
50.
die. Whoops.
What do you mean? So is that other one attacking me?
I think so. I think we're
The
not.
Baron just protected himself.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
That'll hit.
21.
I've done 75 damage so far with my.
Just in the
With
past
what?
3 seconds with your shield. 2 hits. Bite and a claw.
2 hits. Eight and 8.
Right.
If you attack a brood guard, they're all reckless, so you get advantage if you should attack them. All right. Oma and Ephelis.
Bloodied.
Oh, Oma. Well, there's this bloodied brood guard right here, so. Oh, actually, this thing is gone. Spiritual daggers.
Oh.
But they're reckless anyway, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so the bloodied one. 18 to hit.
Yep.
And. Oh, wait. Is that actually a 1?
No, it's a 5 and a 4.
Okay, so yep, 14 slashing.
Yeah, that one dies.
Cool. Then I'll go
There
after
you
the
go.
one behind me.
I love Oma just up here swinging.
24. I mean, look, she knows how to do a thing. And it's swinging sword. So 13 slashing at this other one.
All right.
And then he gets 14 temporary hit points.
Gonna keep her alive.
So good.
What'd y'all tell Ephelis to do? Step up to the space beside the golem?
Yeah.
Keep it pinned.
I mean, I guess.
Keep it penned in.
Keep it trapped.
All right. Steps up to it. Like, we're just gonna destroy everything here? Is that what we're doing?
Seems to be working.
All right. This is what we want to do.
I mean,
Want to do? No.
it doesn't
Have-
feel like we have a lot of choice. Like those
have to
guy who
do?
was like, "Hey, come to me and I'll get us out of here," passed out. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
way out
somebody
is-
like get that guy back up, maybe.
we have no way to do that.
I mean, I will when it's necessary.
We
Okay?
don't. It'd be...
Let's get that guy back up.
I can get him back up. I can absolutely get him back up.
Yeah.
I just.
Currently not necessary.
No, it's not.
He can get up on his own. He'll be fine.
Yeah, if he doesn't, like if things look
I
bad,
won't get back up.
I'll get him up.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
That's probably not. I don't know that Ephelis would step up to a
Actually,
giant golem.
Ephelis gets a hard time, but Ephelis is actually pretty really good at
close combat situations. So
Oh,
he's
really?
not really scared to be close.
Okay.
But
Really?
before he does that,
Yeah, he's done it a lot. The
I mean-
firebolt, then step in. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
yeah, I realized I should have done that in that order. So
Pretty good.
yeah, we'll hit it with some fire. I mean, it's burning. It's a mummy. It should burn. Although it's weird. It's kind of burning, but it's not really fully burning. It's weird.
We'll work on that.
Yeah. Then it'll step up. And he's like, all right, I got it pinned in. And the mummy thing is. Yeah, so I'm surrounded by Farron, Grim, Ephelis, and Wigbit.
Uh-huh.
Who's hit me the most? I think it was probably Wigbit, right?
Yeah.
It's Wigbit.
Yep.
You could
So
try it.
I gotta make a save or
Wisdom
something
save,
before I
yeah.
hit it?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
DC
saving
20.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta. This is a saving throw against the spell, correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. It seems to be okay, and it's gonna hit Wigbit.
Rude. I'm also really thankful for that.
So Wigbit, were you reckless last round?
No,
No,
He's got
you
a
were
friend.
that was
you were just
strategic.
tactical.
A
All right.
non-dominated.
It's gonna, it's gonna miss you.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Spell worked.
Did that even miss the Farron?
Yep.
Wow. That's pretty bad.
Hey, you don't make creatures like this and then have them miss. What is that about?
No, that's it. Oh yeah, that spell was really
recall.
good.
Works even when it doesn't work.
All right, well, it punched you one time. That is horrible.
Didn't even get through temp HP. Love it.
Oh my god. Oh, well, it's not as bad as it looks on the screen.
Yeah.
I got
It was only
9
2 ones, not 3.
I got 5-1-1-1 on this. I got 3 ones and a
Uh-huh.
5 on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
This is good stuff.
And then it
seems-
ends its turn.
D10s.
Well, I suppose it does. I suppose it has to.
All right, Mike.
I mean, it's a little fire.
Yeah, apparently it doesn't care.
Hey,
There we go.
29 more.
yeah. It cares. It's kind of like a little care. It's not a big care.
We'll try and end all its cares. That way it doesn't have to
That's,
worry.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice of you.
Yeah,
and it's your
we-
turn, so
Right. We do what we can here.
yeah.
17 magic piercing.
All right.
With nothing else. I'm assuming. Well, does 13 hit? I don't know.
13 does not hit.
Then there you go. 17 magic piercing, and that is it.
How about some temporary hit points?
Thanks.
Welcome.
Now, I don't know how you could tell if a thing like this is bloodied, but somehow
I mean-
half of it is fallen away.
Yeah.
A lot of
there
its
you go.
Took a
rags are
bunch of-
raggedy.
yeah.
They're on fire.
Right.
Burning.
Fire.
They got holes in them.
We'll skip the layer because yeah,
Burning.
they're burning. Wigbit. That was actually a really good place to put the firewall, by the way.
Hey!
Oh,
There we go.
Light them up.
Well,
that's good.
Not bad. I mean, yeah,
Well,
plus, that's not bad.
Like
An
a
extra
normal,
4.
normal
Yeah.
attack.
That's
That's
what
good then.
heroes do.
And hammering.
Good round.
There you go,
Right,
Wigbit.
Ooh, Nice. That's part of the round.
Yes.
Smash, smash, whack, smash. All right, yeah, good. Cool. Zario,
Get
roll
up.
that 20. Roll that 20.
Get that 20.
Yep, here it
Here
is.
it
Nope.
is.
No, I'm stabilized.
Oh, you rolled
Um,
3. I thought it was 2. Did you roll
That
That
was
was his
3.
third.
That
Yeah.
was third.
Oh, it was third.
That's my
Okay,
third.
okay.
Oh, perfect. He's,
Oh, I see now.
look, he's
Okay.
fine. He's fine. I can get him up anytime. We'll just take care of the rest of the stuff.
Go get him up.
Because we wouldn't want something to, like, I don't know, reappear and, like, pull him in and kill him, because, you know.
Right.
Like, we'll just,
Right.
he's safe when he's dead.
But well, I mean, stabilized.
He looks dead, so they're not gonna bother him, so we'll just leave him that way.
Exactly.
Morzel and the Malazans.
Sounds like a band.
It does sound like
Yeah, Morzel and the Mouse. Alright, let's see. What's this thing? No, we don't want to do that.
oh, they don't want to hang out with us anymore.
I don't blame him.
No. I mean,
Y'all are rude house guests.
we are.
Yes.
The Melazons are peacing out.
We tried to have a meeting, and they came in all hostile,
Right.
made it a hostile work environment.
Right.
So it's
Some
like,
people had to get fired.
yeah. Oh, should I heal him now? That's a bummer. That's cool. We'll do that instead. All right. So first
Oh, all the
thing,
Melazons are leaving.
big fella here.
Yeah.
You can have one of these. So if you'd like to make that's an awful roll. If you'd like to make a wisdom save.
It's better in reality.
Yeah.
Oh,
than
yeah.
on the-
Oh yeah.
Not a lot.
I mean,
It makes it.
yeah, decides to make it.
It doesn't. I do. It does.
Okay.
It makes saving throws. It's very good at making saving throws.
But it does, man.
Does a 29 hit it?
Yeah.
Back.
All right. It gets a force dagger in its back.
So,
Have that.
question.
Wait a minute.
Is a spiritual weapon
Mhm.
an attack roll from a spell?
Let me read it.
Yes, it is.
Probably, yeah.
Use your spell attack.
It uses my. I make a melee spell attack against the creature.
Okay. So the spiritual dagger stabs at it and it goes right through it.
Oh, okay.
Thing's an anti-mage.
Oh.
Apparently.
So just like, yeah, it just,
Oh,
I mean,
has it been ignoring my fire?
just doesn't touch. I mean, it's standing in it.
Is
Did
it
it
being
ignore
burned by
Ephesus'
it?
fire?
Huh? What is
Is
it?
it being burned by the fire?
I mean, it's standing in the fire.
So yeah, clearly. Did it ignore Ephesus' fire?
I mean, Ephesus hit it with the firebolt.
Okay. Good enough.
I mean, it's like you have no idea what this thing is. This is like, I mean, like you're like, it's a mummy, and it's like that's not a mummy. I mean, it looks like a mummy, but that's not a mummy. And
We'll find out when it's dead.
It's not
so,
axe
like,
proof.
things are hitting it, and it's, I mean, it's clearly that like it's taking damage of some type, but it also does seem like that the Grim and Wigbit attacks are making it much less what it is than the rest of the attacks.
That seems good.
Keep making it much less than what it is.
We can do that.
That's it.
All right.
All right, fair.
All right. I'm gonna step over here.
How dumb's that guy?
I mean, you know, I play these things the way I play these things. I'm gonna hit you, damn it. Watch
Yes.
this.
Kill him.
Watch this. I'm gonna crit your ass. Here we
Crit
go.
him. Take him out.
Oh, I hit you. Oh yeah,
You
let's
hit me.
go.
Hit him.
Yeah.
I did.
4.
Watch
He takes
this.
25.
Oh yeah, but you took 5.
All right.
Sit right there.
Good stuff. Oh man, I need to.
It bit you and then it caught fire. It's like hot sauce. It was like it was like yeah.
I'm gonna step here
Yeah.
and beat that last one there.
It's not gonna take it away this time.
All right, fine.
It learned
There.
enough from that time.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they-
blast. Is this one bloodied?
oh yeah. Yeah, they're both.
All right. I'm going to attack this one with Eldritch Blast, and if it dies, then I'll attack this one with Eldritch Blast. And if that dies, then I'll attack this with Eldritch Blast, I guess.
All right.
All right.
Well,
First one doesn't die.
Nope.
nope, don't think so.
All right.
15
15 hit.
15 hits.
All right.
15.
And it takes 14 damage.
It is still there.
The 17 hit? Yes.
Yep.
Takes 11 damage.
It is no longer there.
All right. Great. And I'll move back to there. All right. I guess it's. Do I get a choice to get those or not?
But these,
Yeah.
the temporary hit points.
Why would you choose not to?
Because I really like my temporary hit points right now.
You always have the max. Like whichever one's greater is what you have.
All right.
So if you didn't
So
have
if yours is
16,
more,
you'll have
then it does
16.
nothing if you have more.
So now I have 16 that kills my armor.
So
What?
Armor of Agathis is gone.
Why?
Because it replaces those temporary hit points.
I don't know. I don't think that's how Armor of Agathis actually reads. I think it's while you have temporary hit points.
I thought as well you have these temporary hit points.
So the way that it reads is based upon
It
is
says
based upon
these.
the hit points. Yeah,
Yeah.
based upon the hit points of the spell. So
It does
you-
say why you have these hit points.
I mean, if
Oh,
you
it
tell
is.
me not to, I will not give you them.
I only had 3 left, but I think the better move is to have this instead of I need to have more than 9 hit points.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the thing I didn't realize. I was looking to see if I could just, like if it was optional, and it is, because there's another thing I can do with this that's not give you temporary hit points. So that, when you got dominated, that's a charm effect.
Oh, you
I
could
could just end it.
Yeah,
Like, no,
charm.
it's gone.
You didn't need to worry about it. You know that Zahari.
But I knew you were, I knew it was taken care of.
Right, it was fine.
But yeah, that's...
You can just end charm effects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Now, now we have 2 clerics that just end charm effects.
This thing's pretty good.
Okay.
This is not a charming party.
No.
No.
Do not charm us. It will not
No.
work. Wastrelith sitting in some other little pocket dimension, thinking about its life.
Yep.
Thinking
Cool.
about its life choices.
Gonna be something to deal with when we get back. Or it gets
But
back.
everything else will be gone, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. It's kind of a big thing by itself.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
with all of us ganging up on it,
I mean, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
I can just banish it again if you want.
I mean, and then we just walk away.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, if it came back and I was just like, actually, no. Bye.
Spend another minute.
Yeah.
These brood guards done yet?
I mean, they're coming after
Oh.
you because
Look
Yeah.
at that.
they're not gonna. I mean, last time
They're
they
in
bit
Fate of
Mike,
Fire.
They burned to death. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I missed
Oh
it.
wow. Impressive.
the dice are reflecting what they should right now.
so
Oh, and then I say that, and then that happens.
Yeah.
Well,
They hit you a single time.
but it was a bite. That's good.
Yeah, for a whole five
Ouch.
damage. Huh.
All right.
All right, let's take out Omen then.
Probably.
She's got temporary hit points again.
she does.
Yeah, but she's getting
Well,
6
that's a miss.
attacks.
Ugh. At
That is a
advantage.
No.
That's a miss. That's
Also-
a miss.
You got to get higher than that. There you go.
All right. Got one.
One.
Nope.
Might as well just go ahead and roll them all because I'm not gonna.
Hey,
There you go. It's
there
2.
you go.
2 claw attacks. 3 claw
Three.
attacks. That's it. That was that was 6 attacks.
D6. Total damage is 18.
Hey, you got through her temporary hit points and then some.
Oh, and then some.
Oh, actually, you
much?
did 4, so she's at 0. Like exactly at 0.
Oh, one little bit of claw got her.
Yep. Right on the money.
Ooh. Well, have her make a death saving throw.
Oh, I will.
Material 20.
I hope so. That'd be great.
Wait,
Can I
did,
do
is
that?
this from an attack? Or is it her turn?
It's
It's her turn. It's her turn.
Oh, okay.
She goes right after.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, oh man.
I don't think I can
guess-
make her do a death save.
Oh, D20
it's not
plus
on her
con.
The
anyway.
20.
Okay, so it's just the 20 plus con. Oh, this is plus 2. See? Oh boy.
No, it's just a straight 20 roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So what is
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Not. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, Zircon. Yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
where my
just
brain
a
yeah,
D20.
just straight D20.
All right. So it's she got a success.
Fine.
Yep.
And then they'll run up. They'll run up, and then she saves. And then Ephesus is.
You said he's a
No,
melee character.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. He's got his staff up, and then even at disadvantage, he's gonna turn around and shoot this guy in the face. He's gonna shoot the guy in the face.
Yeah, he does.
Look at that.
Oh, I was look better on the. You can burn.
Yeah, those are actually pretty good
Like you-
rolls.
Like, you guys can take care of that big thing. I'm gonna. Actually, that would have been a normal attack because I forgot that they were reckless. So, but either way, it was a hit or a hit. So, still a hit. The mummy thing. I mean, we got to smash Wigbit. I think is what we have to do. Do I still have to make a save?
No, it's gone because you attacked him.
That's right. Plus, I didn't.
Didn't you
All right.
care about it? You ignored my
Yeah,
spell.
I didn't. That's fair. I was gonna act like I was gonna roll a die. Are you being strategic still?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't like this Wigbit. You ever met the other guy? Really don't like.
You
this
always
Wigbit.
have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you crit me a lot when I give you advantage.
Right now I'm fucking up on the.
There you go. That's one hit. That's good. You did great. We're proud of you.
Yeah?
Oh, I rolled the wrong dice. That was actually supposed to be D10s, not D6s.
All right, we'll re-roll it.
All right. Watch, I'll roll less this time. Here we go.
Unfortunately.
Hey,
No,
Nope,
that's
nope,
more.
nope. Did better that time.
you
All
almost got through the temp HP. That's
right.
really
Fine.
good.
Shut up. I hit Grim with an extra attack.
A spiteful
Wigbit could
attack.
always have a giant pile of tempers too.
Works out pretty well. Huh?
Speaking of Grim hitting,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
24
Yeah.
plus another 7. 31 magical piercing damage, just continuing to poke holes in its rags.
Oh wait, it had a turn.
Thanks. Oh yeah, it did have a turn.
It did have turn. Okay.
You good guy?
Welcome.
All right, Wigbit. Oh, Wigbit's gonna get the kill again, I bet.
Of course
Watch
he
this.
is.
15 do it?
What is my ace? No, 15 does not do it.
15 doesn't.
Tough hide.
That'll do it. 6.
13 bludgeoning.
Maybe Wigbit won't do it unless he crits here. Oh.
17 is more than 5, yeah. Or better than the die. But yeah, 17. So 30 total.
Man. You only hit that first attack.
I can steal it.
Here you
And
go,
I'll
Wigbit.
end my turn. Yes. Best part of my turn. Ending it. Getting 34 hit points.
All right.
To the Malazans.
Yeah. Me, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since I can't do anything to that guy, we're gonna do this weird thing instead. I've never done before.
Get Zahariel up. Kill somebody.
Oh no, like he's pretty good there,
No,
I think, isn't he?
Just heal him.
Well, I mean, if you
Sleeping.
heal him and he goes back down, it's just a waste.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Look, I got other things I can be
Sleeping
doing.
on the floor in the middle of combat.
So
Not
if everything's dead, then we're all safe as long as
Not
we're
a
not
great
part of
place to
everything
be.
being dead.
All right, so these two guys right here. Is that how that works? I haven't done this spell yet. Hang on. Is this how this works? Each creature of choice. Yeah. Neat. Huh, alright. So let's do this spell. These two guys. Oh, I'm attacking? That's weird. Okay. I guess I'm attacking these two guys. Does a 13 hit them?
Their AC is 14.
So no. Okay. Oh, that's weird. I didn't realize that was an attack.
No, it says
No,
each
it's a
creature must
constitution.
succeed on a con save. That's just.
Yeah, it's a con save.
Yeah, why did I must have put this in wrong?
You get to
Alright.
make a Constitution save,
Yeah,
Johnny.
make
too.
some con saves.
Can we just keep it the way that it just happened?
No, no, that'd be cheating.
Yeah. How did I enter?
don't wanna
I entered
cheat,
the
that'd be
spell
bad.
wrong.
Yeah, because isn't your spell save DC 20?
Am I being charmed or paralyzed?
No.
No, you're being damaged.
Yeah, radiantly damaged by glory of
Try.
some god.
All right, guy on the left, 14.
Is that a burst one cantrip?
It's
Yeah, on the right.
basically yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Selective burst one cantrip.
Yep. Anyone I choose.
Didn't make him. I don't think.
Okay. Then they're trying to make damage happen, but I don't think it rolled. Hello?
Nope.
I don't see damage. I
What
see
is
it.
going on? This spell.
well,
Dumb.
20's broken.
Alright. Well. Come on, this spell. Why are you so bad? Jeez. Alright. I put this one in all wrong. I guess. What was it 3d6 plus 5? I think is what it is. 3d6 plus 5. Yep.
3d6 plus 5.
Yep.
For a cantrip?
Uh-huh.
One cantrip.
What?
Seems
Okay,
Good
well,
cantrip.
alright.
I've heard that one.
Alright, so they both take 19 radiant damage. Yeah, I'm a good guy.
Right, radiant damage.
It's radiant damage. See, look how holy I am.
Traded in one good guy for a different good guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good.
Oh, one died.
Okay. And then this dagger will zip over here and stab this guy that's between me and the Farron. Does 30 hit that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
He takes 12 force damage.
That's this
This
guy in
guy.
the middle.
Yep.
Alright, that guy's still there.
Alright. That's it.
Thrilled about being there.
I'm done.
Alright. Where are we at? Farron.
Yeah. So, these guys are all attacking recklessly?
They are, yeah.
Alright. Well, that's helpful. So I will attack this one
Okay.
with my Eldritch Blast, and it would be disadvantaged, but he's reckless.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that 24.
You don't want to take the one?
I'm sure I don't want to take that one. Alright, so 14. It's still alive?
No, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm going-
okay, I got you. Sorry, I was. Yeah, this one died.
Okay.
There.
Then I'm gonna switch targets to this guy right here. And shoot that one probably twice. 15 hit for 15.
Mm-hmm.
And 27 for 6.
So 21 altogether.
Yep.
If you didn't have 16, you have 16. I think you had 16.
I have exactly 16.
Alright, well. Still have 16.
Thank you for the maintenance.
You're welcome.
Well, you hit me, so I'll hit you back. I'll brood guard you. I got one round left of being alive.
All right, because Josh is still invisible.
Yes, I am. I might. Uh-oh. We lost him.
No.
I might just pull
Just
out a
kidding.
dagger and stab this guy just because it'd be funny. And I have.
Because you're invisible, why not?
Yep. No, I'll do it. Yes. Man, I didn't realize I hadn't read Greater Invisibility.
It's a very good spell.
It's really good.
I didn't realize the extent of it.
Yeah, a
It's-
minute of just doing whatever you want.
Yep.
Like nothing breaks it. That's insane.
I mean, it's concentration, but
Like if nobody can see you, whatever.
unless you're getting hit by like a fireball,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You see Johnny Chandler?
Nope.
Refresh did not help.
No, I think he got disconnected.
Yeah, he's not wheeling or anything.
Yeah.
He's wheeling on my screen.
Oh, he is?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Oh, he is a wheel.
Yep.
I see 3 wheels. Oh. Still
You see
wheeling.
him?
You see him?
No.
Oh. I see the wheel spinning still.
Okay.
It's
Oh.
trying.
It's a triangle.
It's trying to come back.
You can do it.
Wants to come back.
Yep, slow wheel.
I think. Got booted.
Might have got booted. I think we won this.
I think so too. Things are looking pretty good for us, I would say.
It's just got to deal with that last tree when he gets back,
Yeah,
which
Look.
is it's still pretty healthy, and
but
it hits hard.
we'll burn it down real fast.
I mean, I think one of us might go down.
No, I got some nasty stuff up my sleeve for that thing when it comes back. I'm gonna go touch it.
You're gonna touch it.
Yeah, I am gonna go touch it.
That's not gonna be good for it.
No.
Touch spells are usually pretty nasty.
Because I feel like it wasn't that wise.
I don't think it was that wise.
And so yeah, I think things are gonna be I think it's gonna be sad when it comes back.
I think it'll be sad either
Hey,
way.
there we go, Johnny.
Oh, you got
Oh,
it.
you see
You
him?
got him?
Refresh.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, he's back.
I see him.
Yeah.
I thought you all were just planning and waiting.
I haven't seen anybody. I came back for like 10 seconds.
You see me?
I see everybody but Suf.
Yeah, Suf seems to be spinning now, which is
Yep.
uh-oh. Did he get disconnected?
I saw the
Uh-oh.
caution sign on
Yep.
Sue.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Well,
Well,
you're here. Oh, there he's back.
All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna hit Farron
Fair.
while I'm here.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Do I burn or something when I have?
No. I'm a lot of fun.
Oh no. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's not temporary hit points I can get through. 5. I'll claw you since you got too many temporary hit points. Ah, I missed.
You did.
That's lame.
oh.
There you go. You took a whole 8 damage from that guy.
I really wish I had Armor Revagathus so I could have returned the favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that spell.
Oh, it's nice.
Oma, don't die.
Oh yeah, she's still trying not to die. Yes. Oh, ooh,
Hey,
1 and 1.
One step closer to dying.
1 and 1. Maybe she'll die.
Alright.
Probably not though.
Efla steal a kill.
I think he will try.
What a jerk.
Yep. He's gonna try to smack this thing. Of course. Of course, in his mind, he doesn't actually know how hurt it is. He knows that it's way hurt, but
Right.
he doesn't think. But he also knows, like, the brood guards are.
He can actually hurt.
Yeah. So I think actually, in his mind, he would still kill the brood guard, thinking
Yeah.
that you two are gonna take down the mummy thing.
That makes sense.
Which is true.
Which is
They
accurate.
are.
Yeah, which they are. So he's gonna at disadvantage again. Actually, I guess it would be normal,
15.
but doesn't actually matter.
It's no matter
Yeah.
what.
Ooh, that made my chat pop out somehow.
Cool.
How do I make it pop back in?
Yeah, I've never done that.
There we go. I just did it. Anyway, shoot that guy in the face.
Yes.
I shot him. I shot him good in the face.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we can take that
Oh.
guy away now.
Oh.
You did it.
And he's like, all right, let's. And then this thing. You know, the GM, the non-GM part of me just wants to smash the Farron just to put somebody down. But that's not the GM part of me. So
Yeah. Yep.
we're gonna hit Wigbit twice though. Watch this. We're gonna
There we
crit
go.
one time. I'm calling it right here.
Crit twice, I dare you.
Watch this. One of these is gonna be a crit.
Not a crit.
See? It's pretty close.
Yeah.
28.
It was pretty close.
Watch this one right here.
Here we go.
Go ahead, call it.
Another 28.
Wow.
Really close.
But I mean, that should
It's
get
kind of like a crit. 2 hits is like a crit.
Yeah.
this thing. It is.
See if I can get through temporary hit points. Right's fist is 20. Oh, needed. Try again. Left fist is, I like those numbers on the screen. Not quite as good as what something. 30.
Up through the hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit points.
Another kill. All right.
I know it's not doing anything, but I still like rolling the dice.
Yeah. You got the spell up. Might as well.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. It's just burning.
It's not burning.
And
I mean-
regardless.
Ooh.
32 magic piercings.
Y'all
There
let
it is.
grab the kill. Wigbit.
Grim
Coulda had
doesn't do a lot.
yeah, it goes down.
Good.
Yeah.
And when it goes down, it like
Explodes.
would be awesome.
So close the Farron.
It just kind of crumbles.
Cool.
And when it crumbles, like little pieces of like it's like crystal kind of just kind of topple off of it, so it falls apart almost, and like little pieces of like shards of crystals kind of break apart within underneath all those what appeared to be at least mummy rags or something. It's just like a heap of slowly burning crystal turned to sand. How glass? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm not getting the science of it. It burns. It burns.
Surprised
Yes.
we're alive.
Huh?
Grim will say, I'm surprised we're alive.
Why are you surprised? I'm not surprised.
I
Let's
know.
make
Out
sure
of-
that
Says a
we
voice coming from nowhere.
We're not done yet, though.
Oh, yeah, Oma's down.
Well,
Grim will move over to Oma. That's all he can do at the end of his turn.
also that other one's coming back at some point, I assume.
soon. Can we get these two up before it comes back?
I mean, yes. If we need them.
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, it says yeah, it'll be
Well,
not
I'm
too long now.
Doing this twice, I guess.
So Wigbit will spend his first turn running around. And-
Smash all the crystals.
Oh, no, that's too many of those.
Where do I go? Like 40
So-
feet.
Oma and Zahariel, you each get 9 hit points.
Did you cast it twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Wigbit's running down the steps. Is there anybody to kill down here?
In one round, you would get like how far?
80?
I went. Yeah, this is how far I can make it.
Oh wow, okay, all right. I forgot how super far you move.
Maybe we convene up these stairs.
Where is it coming back?
Right where Ephesus is.
Wigbit's about to get a lot less useful.
Because no more rage. Because Wigbit was here. Means
Is this
it
your
was
last rage?
Yeah.
here.
So
Been a
Ephesus, you're
long
bringing
day.
it back right here.
So,
Well,
so
when it
as-
comes back where it left,
Okay.
it'll come back. Well, I guess
it has to go to the closest occupied space, and right now Ephesus is in it, so it would drop right there.
Good. So I'm right where I want to be. Perfect. All right.
drop it in the fire.
Whenever you're ready.
I will slowly stand and go. I can still get us all out of here before this thing gets back. But if you wish to fight, then I will leave. And he moves up to the center, right at Alma, and waits.
I mean, we may as well just destroy it.
It is quite evil.
I mean, if we're going to be in charge here, we can't
Folly.
leave that thing here.
We're not going
You
to
wish to be in charge
here.
here?
I mean, it seems like we've taken control.
You can't be in control in this plane of the abyss. Not without the staff, unless you're Lord Frown.
Wait, this stuff?
Are you
You're
you
still
visible?
invisible.
This,
You're
yeah.
invisible for an hour. So
Yeah, you get an hour.
Was it a whole hour?
I think so. It's a
yes,
long time.
great invisibility is like an hour.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is
so
1
we
minute.
so
Oh,
we
it's a
hear
minute.
nothing.
Yeah, it's
we
a
just
minute.
hear you.
Concentration,
a
1
minute.
minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But
it's
you-
still a
the hour.
disembodied voice. Oh yeah, I have the staff.
Can I have that staff back, please?
There's an army at the bottom of the steps.
Where are you?
Talking to me.
No, the invisible one.
I'm over here.
That's not
Yeah.
helpful. Can you toss me that staff so that I can use it?
Can you use this thing? Seems really nice.
Ephesus, your team now or never.
You're not gonna let anybody else grab it, right? Because like
Where
I
are we
gather
going?
that's bad.
Yes.
To safety where we can get aid.
In the
Your choice if you come now or you can rot in the hells. And you notice a definite change in Zariel's tone.
Oh, this is the abyss. I made that mistake though. I understand. I mean, yeah. Are we going back to the world?
Wigbit will
This-
walk over here.
If he hasn't,
I have no interest in fighting an army. Not to know that.
We can't fight anything, much of anything in this state right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As soon as everybody gets in I cast my 6th level spell and we disappear off this plane.
where do we go?
We are going to a
Tower.
library that is controlled on a different world in a different plane.
Ooh. And we'll find out where that is next time.
Okay.
I hate libraries.
Before I forget, I'm just gonna see here. Okay, I think we can get there, but just to be sure. Who does not have 18 temporary hit points right now? Okay.
I do not.
Okay. So basically everyone but me.
Ephesus has 15.
I've got 17.
Okay.
You're gonna roll this die until you get 18.
I mean,
22.
it's gonna keep happening for the next little bit until it's gone.
Oh no, we're gone. As
Alright.
soon as everybody got around, we were gone in an instant.
But, like,
Will it do-
we're
this-
now...
Still
Yeah,
keep.
but it's around him. It's not on
Yeah.
the ground.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we're gone and
Yeah.
we're in a different place.
But this is
I know.
going
Oh,
to
so
keep
I see what you're okay.
Yeah,
you
like-
just wanted to see.
until the
Yeah,
spell
yeah.
ends, because it's going to give everybody temporary hit points, which don't go away until they
For a
go
minute.
away. Or
So we just
Oh.
left the whole treasure hoard there.
yeah,
What
that
was
was
on the 5th floor?
Last
Oh,
an hour.
actually,
okay.
yeah, it's unfortunate we had to go.
What was there a treasure hoard on the 5th floor?
Probably.
on the 5th floor? No.
Well, in Raloon, we didn't even touch. Brad was
Oh,
what he had on him.
we botched that.
Well, we kind of had to go.
We didn't have to go.
Yeah, it was your all's choice. You
That
all
other
had
guy
like 18
just started-
rounds of doing stuff.
Saying real evil stuff, like he was going to leave us to burn in hell. Guy sounds like an
He
evil
did say
cleric. Must be an evil cleric.
Clearly.
I just need to do this a whole bunch of times
Just
before this
to
spell ends.
get the full use out of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is. I mean, it's because I
what are you up
gotta
to?
do this
You
for
got
everybody.
3 of them?
What?
Have you gotten 3 of them? Is that what you're up to?
So yeah, we got Grim at 18, Zahariel at 17, Ephelis at 18. Working on Oma now. Oma at 18. Alright, let's start
we
on,
won't need these.
start on the Farron. Oops.
The
I
long
did not
rest.
sacred flame you. I'm sorry. That's not what happened.
Or did you?
Or did I? Baron got you to 17. Let's see where we get Wigbit. Big bit, we got you to 17 also.
Right.
So, and then it goes away a little bit after we get back.
Wherever we are.
Yep.
A library with books.
A library.
That sounds like a great place to be.
Yeah. So, yeah. If you get hit anytime in the next 8 hours, you got a little buffer.
Perfect.
And if not, then, I'll just put it up again if we get another fight.
Right.
It'll all be fine. I need to give Alma hers. We definitely could have killed the rest of the stuff down there and taken the treasure. I don't know what you guys are so worried about.
Hit points. We
Rage.
got no
I
more
think-
healers.
Rage
6
gone.
hit points.
But, like, you can just have forever hit points. Like,
If there's enough of them, it doesn't matter. Or if they hit hard.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna get another 1 hour rest, I don't think.
No.
look,
A 1 hour
Johnny,
rest doesn't do anything.
Johnny said if we just rest,
Us.
if we just try to sleep, then it'll just happen.
Right.
Right.
Ooh.
I mean, why
I
didn't you
don't
try?
think that's what he said.
That's what I heard. Said just
Oh.
try and sleep. He said the problem is we don't try.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Well,
should have grabbed Rauna Monday.
we'll get to the library and we'll try there.
Yeah.
Should have gone up the stairs
Or down the stairs.
No, I'm pretty tired.
or down the stairs. Yeah.
We'll find out next
Yeah,
time.
we will. So,
We
Whenever
we
that'll be.
narrowly avoided getting any of that pesky treasure.
once
Yeah.
again.
We're
So,
good at that.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. And this might have been our last roleplay session before there's a new future gamer in the world. So we'll see what happens next week. Just follow that Twitter, and you'll know what's going on, because we don't know. Things are gonna happen probably next week. So
10 days.
I think 4-ish days.
Only if you're bad at counting.
So we'll see what happens for next week. We'll be around maybe Thursday or Friday with something, and we'll see you then, or we won't, and we'll see you whenever the next time is. Night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
Good night.